Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Brandon from BKC Cooks. We're here on the Black Smoke Barbecue channel right here on YouTube, going live with y'all. Got our Black Smoke brother, Papa Joe, CJ from Mama and Papa Joe's. What's going on, CJ?
Bruh, how are you doing, man? Life is good. Appreciate the invite. Great to hang out once again.
Oh yeah, man. Always glad to have you, brother. Good to see you, man. I we've been doing some things. I was able to hook up with Alton and some of the other guys here in the last few weeks, man. So it's been a good time, man.
Well, I hate that I missed that. I saw the pictures, the whole 9 yards. Man, if I could have been there, I definitely would have made that happen. The previous time we did it, I think we had one of the best of times, man. And I'm definitely looking forward to the next opportunity.
Oh yeah, man. Hopefully we can get together and do that soon, man. So this weather's been breaking, and I thought barbecue season was going to kick off a little later, but it seems like, man, the cold is behind us. Are you? Uh-oh, we have some technical issues here. There we go. You still with me, CJ?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, it just kicked me out for whatever reason.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, so I was saying, it looks like the cold is behind us, man. It looked like that weather finally broke, and definitely earlier than I thought it would.
Well, man, it was tough trying to knock out a couple of videos in that cold, man. I think once I realized how cold it was going to get, I did a couple of indoor recipes and was happy with them. But it's going to be good to get back out there on the grills again, man. It can be painful doing it in that 30+ degree weather.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And I don't mind the cold so much because I'm from up north originally, but man, fighting it with your pit is that's a beast all to itself. People don't realize how much of a struggle that is, man. When
Oh
you
yeah.
got that cold just seeping out of those cookers in 30-degree temperatures, man. It's a whole different ball game.
Oh, it will lengthen any cook, man. Instead of 6 hours, you're looking at 8 hours.
Yeah, absolutely. When we were at that barbecue academy back here a few weeks ago, we ended up having to start late because it was so cold. Of course, folks didn't bring that type of apparel. Plus, just to get the cookers and everything going, man, it took a little more time to to get things up to where they needed to be, man. So yeah, it wasn't a struggle, but it was a challenge.
Yeah. Oh, I bet. Some of the students I've been helping from Madison High School were at that event, man, and they had a large time. Some of them are first time getting involved with barbecue comps, and man, they were excited, learned a lot. So that was a good thing for them.
That's good stuff, man. I saw that competition team, man. I think that's pretty cool that that a high school has a competition team like that, man. They definitely didn't have anything like that when I was in school. I'm glad to see them doing that. I think that's really, really cool.
I think I would have really enjoyed something like that in high school too, man.
Oh yeah, because I took culinary classes in high school, and it kind of like led me right into culinary school. But yeah, that would have been really, really cool, man.
Yeah. I see Keenan's in the chat.
Yeah, Keenan's in the chat, man. We're having a hard time getting Keenan on. Yeah, it's not liking us today, but we're gonna keep trying, man. We're gonna keep trying.
Yes, sir.
So look, I've been seeing some new pits on the market, man. Have you seen anything that's caught your eye? I know they're putting up all kind of new stuff out for the start of barbecue season.
Brandon, I've never been one of those pit chasers, man. I've never been one of those always run out to get the shiny object, so to speak. So I haven't paid much attention. I've got plenty of pits, man. I think I'm pretty happy with all of them. I understand them. I'm at that point in the game now where if there's something new coming in, something's got to go to make room.
Yeah.
So I really have not paid any attention as to what is out there. And you talk about new pits. Are you referring to pellets? Are you referring to drums? Are you referring to offsets?
You know what? I've seen some new pellets, and I've seen. I think Oklahoma Joe has a new gravity thing, but then I think it's Master Built. They have a. It's like an auger fed charcoal grill, and I guess it runs along same principles of a pellet grill, but more in like a long grill format. And so I
Oh,
was
okay.
interested to see how that works.
And
Um,
do you have any idea if the fuel is of uniform size, whatever type of, you know what I'm talking about?
man, I would have to imagine they got to be using lump because to be pushing briquettes through an auger, like that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But even
Well,
with lump charcoal, like, I don't get lump charcoal from anybody that's uniform enough. So I don't know. They
yeah,
figured
yeah.
something out.
I'd be interested to see what fuel it's running if it's going to be moving through an auger.
Yeah.
Because I could definitely just visualize some stoppage, some blockage, some grinding of fuel as it moves through there, creating a lot of dust, which might cause some other problems. I don't know, but I'm sure if they're putting something out there on the market, then they've had to have all that worked out already.
I certainly hope so. I certainly hope so, man. Yeah, and I've seen where they're coming out with these combination uh, pellet grills and flat tops. Um, and I gotta say, I have a flat top, but I don't use it nearly as much as I thought I would. And I know that seems to be like the rage now, but it just seems like they're coming out with every variation they can to try to
Yeah.
keep those things going.
Well, I've got the Traeger flat top, and I absolutely love it, man. I do a lot of cooks on it, both videos and just for here at the house. So I am definitely a fan of the flat top. But what I would like to see in a pellet, and I'm a Traeger guy exclusively. But what I would like to see Traeger come out with, man, is something along the lines of a rotisserie pellet grill. I love rotisseries. I've got the Weber attachment, uh, but I could really, really see some things going really well with a pellet grill rotisserie. And I'm surprised that nobody has really figured that out just yet.
Yeah, I'm surprised too. I know Master Built with their gravity fed, they have the rotisserie and everything is built in. You just have to buy the actual
Yeah,
spit, the
yeah,
spit in
yeah.
the
The
motor,
accessories.
but the cutout is there and everything is set up for it. Why no one's ever done that with a pellet? Um, I don't understand. Because the same concept, man. You got your PID, you got heat coming from the
Yeah.
bottom. Uh, to me, rotisserie is just a natural choice.
Oh yeah. And it's not a far jump in terms of the electronics. That rotisserie, heck, they come with their own motor for all intents and purposes, man.
Oh yeah.
You just got to figure out how to get that in there locked and let it do its thing.
You know what? I've been using this little contraption called a Roto Q360. And it's a rotisserie. It's got like a 5 pound capacity, but it's powered by a spring. And you crank the thing up by hand, and then you pull a little switch, and it's a spring powered motor.
Yeah.
And man, that thing chugs along. It'll go for an hour on one full wind,
Wow.
and,
Okay.
you can put it. It works on anything that it'll fit on. So charcoal, pellet, whatever. I even have the little Pitmaster edition where it's its own little grill. You can throw charcoal in the bottom, or you could throw it in a fire pit. It's really versatile. And I'm gonna tell you what, man, that little thing works. It's just, it seems like it's a little contraption because it folds flat, and then you have the little the motor or whatever you want to call it, power head. And I'm gonna tell you what, man, I have made some of the best meals in the last few years on that little bitty rotisserie. It does the job, and you don't have to worry about plugging it in. You pick it up, you take it. There's no hooking up spits and all that stuff. It's really cool, man.
No,
It's,
that sounds interesting, man. Yeah,
yeah,
that sounds interesting.
they even have attachments. So they have a kebab attachment where you can load up kebabs on there or rotate them around. There's a hot dog carrier. There's a basket, a flat basket, and like a drum basket.
Yeah,
And
yeah. So you could do like a couple of whole fish, and they're
yes,
enclosed in that basket. Yeah, I like
yep.
that idea. Yeah,
And I've done some jerk leg quarters in that basket.
yeah.
Man, yeah, they were good. And then in that drum basket, man, I like to do wings in that because it's like the round drum mesh type basket, and they're just tossing, rolling in its own fat. And
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what, man, for that little, it's super versatile, and it works. It's stainless. You throw it right in the dishwasher.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's hard to beat, man.
No, that does sound pretty cool, man. Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
cool.
especially you're not locked into one cooker. You can just pick that thing up and put it on whatever you feel like cooking on that day. So if you throw it on a drum or throwing it over your charcoal, whatever the case is, just pick it up and put it wherever you want it to be.
Have you done any videos using it?
Yeah, I did the one with the chicken wings. I'm trying to think what else have I done. I did a roast chicken on there, and there's a little tray underneath. So I did it like a French rotisserie chicken. So I put all the mini potatoes and onions in the bottom, and it just let those potatoes cook in the chicken fat that was coming off of there as it was spinning.
All right, I
Man,
need to go find that. Yeah, I need to go find that video.
yeah, man. I'll send you the link. But I'm gonna tell you
All right.
something. Best
Yeah,
roast chicken to date. And my wife
yeah.
told me, she said, you know what? Because I typically roast at least one chicken a week. But she said, that's the best roast chicken you ever made. And man, those potatoes that was under there, man, because you were getting the smoke and everything from the grill, but you were getting all the fat dripping down on the potato.
All that chicken juice.
Bro,
Yeah,
let me
yeah,
tell you,
yeah,
it wasn't no joke, man. It was
yeah.
not a joke.
All right. I need to peep that. Yeah, I definitely do.
Eddie Wright is calling in with the question, how can I be cool like you guys? Well, you can jump over here and we'll show you how it's done. Everybody, Eddie Wright from Eddie Wright Barbecue.
Ah,
What's up, bro?
what's happening, Eddie? How you doing, buddy?
What's cracking, fellas? How y'all doing?
Man, we doing great, man. Good to see you, bro.
Man, good to be seen, man. You know, it is good to be out here and amongst the living, you know. Greetings and salutations for those who I have not seen in a very long time. It is, again, good to see you guys, and I'm glad to be a part of the conversation tonight. I got some spare time here. I'm a little under the weather right now, battling a face cold, but, you know, hey, we thrive and we push through.
That's all we can do,
to
bro.
kind of go back on the question you guys were asking earlier, yes, there are some great products that are coming out that are already out. RecTech has a wood-fired griddle that's coming out right now.
Wait a minute. Wait, you say wood-fired griddle?
A wood-fired griddle. similar to Traeger's, but I think theirs is a little bit better at being efficient. Nothing against Traeger, for the record.
Hey, yeah, watch yourself.
I'm just saying they're knee deep in debt, and I hope they die. But for in the end, they'll succeed some type of way. They picked on Green Mountain Grill real bad, and it didn't turn out good for them in the long run. But hey, it happens. But RegTech has a wood-fired griddle. Looks phenomenal. I've actually laid eyes and hands on it. It's very well built. Then you've got Weber. They're no longer going with the smoke fire. They're coming out with another pellet grill. I forgot the name of it, but it looks like a Traeger, which was really shocking to me. So you have a lot of you got a lot of grill makers and manufacturers that are going to the side hopper model for the next year and a half, and changing a few things where it's just the traditional look and feel is what's been working. Nothing against the newer model and the way everyone was trying to get freaky with designs, but in a nutshell, it kind of threw people off in a major way. Weber Smokefire had issues when it first came out. They resolved those issues. It was a hell of a grill, but the design was non-traditional. Then you have RegTech, which had a variety of different sizes of pits. And again, then they had that double fuel. They still have it, but it's propane on one side, pellet on another side. They're going down. They've shrunk their catalog to a more traditional look and feel. So that's some of the things that I know are going on. The smaller form factor pellet grills are coming out. They've got what's called a bullseye. It gets up to about 1,000 degrees as a pellet grill. Really awesome. And I'm not just banking on RegTech. It's just what I know right now. To go back onto the master build that y'all were talking about, the master build is a auger-fed lump charcoal grill. Looks phenomenal, but it is auger fed. And to your concerns, Papa Joe, I do want to see it work efficiently, because when churning pellets is a lot different from churning lump. Lump is not balanced, it's not very equal, and it can cause problems. So just to kind of catch you guys up on what's going on out in the industry right now, I'm not an industry expert. I'm just a guy who likes to see new stuff come out, and if I had enough space, I would literally buy all of these things and give them a test drive, but I don't. So
you're trying to be like Alton. You're trying to get your own little barbecue boulevard, man.
Hey man, look, everything has its place, man. It becomes phenomenal. Everything except for this Camp Chef I got. Anybody want a free Camp Chef? I will ship it to you. I can't stand this thing.
It's giving you problems?
Man, it's not what I thought it was. Maybe it's just because it's the lower end model, but I'm not impressed. I'd much rather have my Green Mountain Grill back, which I'm probably gonna get. So
now let me ask you, since we're talking about grills and Green Mountain specifically, whatever happened to that wood chip concept that they were trying to
canceled it because I wanted to be on the front end of that. So what ended up happening after the whole Traeger Sue and GMG thing, they spent a crap load of amount of money, more than what they expected to spend. The ripped grills were having manufacturer issues, and then long story short, again, Traeger got into a lot of debt. Not sure if they're going to come out on top, but the griddle didn't roll out as strong as they wanted it to, and then that extra large phenomenal looking pellet grill that they created with the side burner on it, phenomenal, but I don't think it sold as many, in the line of cost and sale. I don't think it performed as far as well commercially as they wanted it to. So they're kind of sinking a little bit, and the lawsuit took a lot out of them. So they decided to let bygones be bygones. And when they did that, Green Mountain Grill was essentially given the green light to come back as Green Mountain Grill and no longer ripped. So they canceled RIP altogether. Green Mountain Grill is back as their original name, title, and everything else, and they're back, just kind of upgrading their pellet grill series that they have.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, yeah, I hate to hear that, because I was really interested to see how that wood chip design was going to work, man.
Yeah, I was excited myself, but that's what happens.
Oh, okay.
Well, man, I can tell you, I don't pay a whole lot of attention, man, to all these different stories, all this drama, whether it be social media, whether it be corporations, whatever the case might be. Man, I just roll with the punches here at the house. So a lot of what you said, Eddie, is news to me. All right, but good stuff. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
so
man.
Glad I could be an inside source. I consider this. I look at barbecue now like most car enthusiasts look at just car history and new model cars that come out. So for me, it's always something to talk about. It's always the ability to give someone insight on something that they didn't know was coming out, and just introduce novices to the world of grilling and smoking if they're, wanting to get into it. So not your subject matter expert, but call me the supercar blondie of, barbecue.
Yeah.
Hey, homegirl be on it, don't she? I
She
mean,
be on it,
man.
man. She be
Oh
on
my
it.
goodness. Yeah, she got superior access. I'm a little jealous. I'm a little jealous. So did you hear us talking about the little roto cue that I've been using?
I did. And to kind of give a little bit of what I feel why most pellet grill manufacturers are not making rotisseries, it's difficult. And I say that because I own two. I own the first series of rotisseries that Old Hickory Pits made. It's not a pellet grill, but it's a rotisserie. And I know why they don't make it in that form factor anymore. And I own a large version of a Old Hickory Pit rotisserie. They're beautiful grills. Rotisserie smokers are the bee's knees.
Oh yeah.
But the only downside to them, they are not meant to be mobile. So not saying that's why most pellet grill manufacturers don't focus on it, but it's just like one of those things when you don't have as much of a large footprint as, a big size smoker to work with, it can lead to a lot of problems when concentrating heat on those metal parts. And it's just like, it's like a deep dive. A lot of them don't even want to get into it. In my opinion.
Man.
Because I know Green Mountain Grill stopped making that first series of rotisseries, and I know why, because it doesn't travel well. It bangs around the trailer, and it's just it doesn't destroy itself, but it does shake it up pretty bad. And sometimes you got
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, those big rotisseries like that. Yeah, those are meant to be dropped in one place, and you use them for the next 30 years. And yeah, I've seen some on trailers. I've actually been kicking around the idea of a trailer. I know I shouldn't tell Eddie this, but because he'll be on my neck about it. But
I'll be like, I got one for sale. You want to buy it? But looking to make some upgrades.
My thing, look, man, if I'm going to get into a venture, I'm pretty convinced that if I do it, I want a rotisserie. Offsets are cool. I love the whole concept of gravity fed, but I don't see anyone who makes one with the capacity I would want for a commercial venture.
Right.
Now, with that being said, Felix does some serious work with his gravity fed.
Mm-hmm.
My only concern would be, should things ramp up, would it be able to keep up with demand?
Right. And that's where in most cases prep is going to be, key. The more you prep, but it's kind of also it's a two-sided sword. You could prep a lot and things don't go well, or you can not prep a lot and things go over expectations. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like a terrible 50-50 ball, but I will say this: owning enough real estate and pits on the back of my trailer, it's like, it's good to have, but I don't always need it. That big rotisserie only comes out when it's time to do big stuff. Like tomorrow, I got to do 300 hamburgers and hot dogs, and guess who's getting the call? The biggest one. Yeah. Because it makes it easy to do those things. We did 250 steaks over the weekend for Atmos Energy.
I saw that.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
It was a lot of work. Hand slicing. Yeah. Shouts out to my guy Reggie, one of my pit mates on the team. He did a phenomenal job hand slicing over 200 steaks. It was a great time. We reverse seared them. We loaded them up. I hope you guys saw those pictures. And it was still room for more.
Oh, so you bought whole loins and sliced by hand.
Wow. Okay.
And sliced by hand. And then we reverse seared them.
Impressive. So in terms of weight, what was that?
See, we had 21 loaves. We did 19 out of 21, an average of 15 pounds each. Let's see. 15 times 19 is 285 pounds.
Okay, man. Oh yeah.
And that Old Hickory didn't even blink. It kind of lagged for like the first hour because we threw so much cold meat into it. We had to go back round after round after round. But once we shut it, and got that last load in there. About 30 minutes later, the first load was ready to come off. They were already temping at 125, 130. So we just took them to a screeching hot Blackstone, seared them up, and man, it was nervous at first, but again, it's great to have the right equipment when it comes time to do things of this nature. Like we were just a factory, had my whole family out there, and we were just whooping it on.
Now, were you serving right after searing, or did you have to hold?
We held no longer than an hour. So they were still screaming hot when we got to the location. And we put them also in a little bit of pan. Every pan had beef broth and a little bit of the residual juice as it was sweating and just holding. So once we pulled them out, it was just dripping. It was amazing. They loved it.
I'm sure they did. Shit, I love hearing about it. Shit. What'd y'all do for sides, Eddie? I saw you had a whole bunch of potatoes in the cooler.
Yeah, they wanted loaded baked potatoes, so we wrapped, foiled, and baked in the smoker 250 potatoes, and did some side salads, cookies, and cakes, and it was a phenomenal time, man. It was a phenomenal time once it was all over with. But I think I get anxious in times like this because I don't want to be late with my product, and I want to be there at the time I'm supposed to be there. So a lot of the times I'm just kind of in a time hack trying to keep myself on schedule. And that was the most nervous part of it. Having my son work and calling people in to work with me on the trailer, that was the easy part. Once I gave everybody a job, I just started knocking it out.
Nice.
What you drinking, Papa Joe?
Everything went well, man.
What you drinking on, Papa Joe?
Man, I'm sipping on a little 1738, man. Remy Martin.
1738.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Dude, that's my go-to at the house, man.
Hey, man,
yeah,
that is a lovely go-to, sir. I salute you.
Oh, yeah, that's my go-to at the house. And I will tell you, I discovered this. I was still active duty, man, stationed in Germany. And Mom and I made a trip to Cognac, France. And we visited the Remy Martin distillery. And I was picked out of the crowd in a little auditorium. Picked out of the crowd to come to the floor. And man, they got like a 4-foot, 5-foot long turkey baster.
Yeah.
That these guys that run the distillery are using to siphon cognac out of the barrels.
Yeah.
Yeah, those whiskey thieves.
Yeah. And then what is it called?
A whiskey thief.
Okay, a whiskey thief. All right, that's a turkey baster, just a big one. And then they're dropping it. They're challenging people with this 5-foot, 4-foot long whiskey thief, challenging people to then drop the contents into a snifter. Okay. You know, and man, people are just spilling it everywhere. Finally, I get my turn, man, and like a professional alcoholic, I did not spill a drop. Man, got a standing ovation, and I've been in love with this ever since, man. And that was my first. That was my introduction.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Yeah, man. I always liked the Remy Martin VSOP.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Their entire line of products, man, are solid. Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. But that 1738, yeah, that's yes, sir.
Oh, it drinks like a much more expensive bottle.
It does. It does. True. You know, I'm gonna tell you something. Not to get off the subject of barbecue, but I enjoy a beverage here and there. But to me, that's the same in the same league with. Have you ever had the 1792 bourbon?
No, I've not.
No.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what. You can usually get that bottle for anywhere between $32 and $40. One of the best drinking bourbons you'll get. And at that price, it will be your everyday bourbon. Try you a bottle. They make a single barrel, and I think they make a bottle in bond. And man, just
put a link to that in the chat, sir, so I can go search it, please.
I will find it.
My wife is standing here shaking her head because she loves bourbon. Bourbon to her is like cognac to me.
You got to try it, Mama.
Yeah, she's had it. Yeah, she's had it.
It's really good. I'm gonna tell you what, man. And I've had all types of different whiskeys and everything, but it's just one of those that I go to the liquor store. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get me a nice bottle, this or that, and I'm looking at all this stuff. $70, 80, 85.
Yeah,
And I go over there and see that bottle for 35. I'm like, yeah, give me that one because I'm going to enjoy that as much.
Yeah, and
and
you
when I
already
think about
know
what
that.
I spent on it, yeah, I'm going to enjoy that one just as much, man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, y'all got to check that out. But now, CJ, on our next topic, I know this is near and dear to your heart, man. What's with this damn oxtail fad, bro?
And it is amazing how much publicity is really surrounding oxtails right now, especially with the cost.
Yes.
Because I mean it's expensive as heck, and I think we all know, especially when we start looking at Black people, while we've known about oxtails in the past, it wasn't flooding social media the way it is today.
Right.
And we know we've got one individual right now to give credit to that. I mean, the young man Les.
Yeah.
What is he putting out? 5, 6 oxtails shorts a day over social media. He's hyping it up.
Is insane
Yeah, he's serving celebrities the whole 9 yards. So a lot of people are paying attention. Yeah, a lot of people are paying attention. I'm a huge fan of oxtail, man, like you said. And I've been cooking oxtail since Lassie was a pup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So but when you're able to when you've got a social media audience, man, and you're able to cook it in the quantities the way that young man is, I don't see anything wrong with it, man. Hell, I think he's helping to drive that price up.
I'm quite sure he is.
I'm about to go from 25 a plate to about 28, 29 because it's just what the market is.
Yeah.
With an even 30. Make it easy on him, Eddie. Make it an even 30, man.
We just gonna baby step it, We're just gonna baby step it a little bit,
Yeah. Dude, and go ahead.
I agree with you, man. I commend the brother, and I'm happy he's having all the success that he is, man. And hey, I say get it while the getting's good.
Oh, absolutely.
But I'm like you. Like I grew up on oxtail. It wasn't anything new to me. I mean, I've been eating that as long as I can remember in different forms. Whether it was oxtail soup or braised down in gravy, whatever the case was. Like it was nothing new to me.
To kind of put something out there, given the temperature of everything that he has going on right now, I would definitely do an oxtail fest. Hey, invite me. I'll come down. And it'll be great to get oxtails from different pitmasters and different varieties. Like
I agree with you.
Dude.
Mind blowing.
Dude. I've said that. I have said that. I haven't tasted Les's oxtails. And if you go through some of his videos, comments, they're mixed reviews,
right?
And ultimately, I think we all know, man. I think we've all got enough knowledge in our background that we understand when you start cooking in these large quantities, quality tends to drop.
Sure.
To a degree. You know what I'm saying? It's much harder to make awesome oxtails when you're cooking 10 cases of oxtails versus one pot. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
so
because even your methods have to change.
I'm at that point, dude, where heck, I put my oxtail up against anybody. I don't care. I mean, I don't cook in those massive quantities, but I can cook the heck out of some oxtails. I know that.
Yes, sir.
Mama said, confirmed.
Oxtail Fest 2024. I'm calling it. It's gonna be a thing. Watch what I tell
Eddie,
you.
I think that's a great idea, man. I really do.
Man, it would be
Dude,
so
I would
awesome.
love that. Yeah,
Man,
I would
I
love
would
that.
too, because you're gonna invite so many different pitmasters and chefs out from so many different varieties and disciplines and backgrounds.
Yeah.
Like, you are going to see some of the most amazing ways to cook oxtails, and every single one is going to be different.
Boom.
is.
That's
Yes,
where
sir.
the value is.
Yeah.
When you're tasting it from across different regions and different disciplines, man, it's just gonna be insane. Like, Les, if you hear it, hey, go ahead and do it, bro.
Yeah.
We're
Make
here,
it
Black
happen.
Smoke Barbecue. Invite us out. We can make it a big thing, Hey,
That's right.
Yeah.
We'll record the podcast from it, man. Trust me. We'll get there and we get that thing popping, man.
yes,
That
sir.
would be off the charts good, man. Yeah.
Man, who you telling?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
watch what I tell you. The
I think
internet.
that would be
I
good.
have faith in the internet. They will make
Yeah.
something
Yeah. Oh,
So,
yeah.
Eddie, how often is Oxtail making it to your menu these days?
Oxtail Friday, once a week. If it goes
once a
great,
week.
sometimes
Okay.
Saturday, Friday, and Saturday. But we don't extend over 2 days. We don't want to dry the market out. You've got people who do it every day of the week, and that's great. But we want to keep it more of a super special thing
Special.
when
Yeah.
we do it. And it's just kind of one of the flexibility of being a small-owned business. Hey, I can do it as frequent and take it off as I want to. That way it keeps you coming back and makes you remember, hey, Friday's here. I need to go see Eddie if I want to get some oxtails, because these are the only days he's going to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You build your demand. Go ahead.
Let me ask a question, Eddie. I'm not trying to get in your business, just trying to get an idea. I don't buy the oxtails in quantities you guys do. What are you paying? Let's say for a case.
General case from Cisco in my market is about 120 between catch weight. So between $135 $157 if it's a
Okay.
heavyweight, and that's a case of about 12 pounds, I believe, 12 to 16 pounds. I believe it might be 12 pounds. And yeah, we'll run them by the case. If we don't feel like it's going to be a solid week, we'll just go to Costco and get a couple, individual packaged ones, and we'll just run it up.
I've never
Ladies and
seen
gentlemen.
oxtails at Costco here, man.
Huh?
I said I've never seen oxtails at Costco.
Oh, really? Yeah, they keep
Yeah,
them down
not-
here.
No,
They
not
keep
here.
them
I
down
haven't
here.
seen them.
Yeah, they keep them down here, man. It's a good thing. I mean, I think it may be. I don't know. This is weird. Where are you at, Papa Joe? You in Texas, right?
I'm in San Antonio. Yeah,
Yeah, I would think y'all would have plenty down there in Costco.
yeah. I've never seen them in ours, man. Yeah, never seen them.
No.
Dog is in the house. What's up, buddy?
Fellas,
Ladies and
we
gentlemen,
got
Dog
Alton.
Father has entered the
Yes,
chat.
sir.
What's cracking? What's cracking?
What's cracking,
What's
man?
going
How you
on,
doing?
man?
Hey, man. Sorry about that, fellas. I got the notice a little late there, and man, my bad. But I'm here.
Hey,
No
me
worries,
too.
brother.
I'm
No
not even
worries.
supposed to be here right now. I'm sick, but guess what? I saw these guys. I was like, hey, man, let me pop my head in here for a second, give some good vibes, and dip on off, and
Man,
fill my face up with Mucinex.
I see Clarence over there with that beer game on super tight, man.
I'm
I'm
talking
just
about
like,
Man,
the pure wisdom. Ladies and gentlemen, call him the old
yeah.
wise man.
That's exactly what it is. I tell them wisdom.
I love
A
it.
whole lot.
I hope to one day have my wisdom fill out.
A little bit of the first and a whole lot of that dumb.
man, how you fellas doing tonight, man?
Man,
I'm
stuffy,
golden.
but I'm here.
Hey, I hear you,
How are you, sir?
man. I'm good. I'm good. I was in here. My shout out to Clarence right now because I got that 5-pound tub of Walker's Wood a little while back, so I was in there getting that chicken all seasoned up. Had to make some green seasoning and some marinade to get this jerk chicken ready for Super Bowl Sunday.
All right.
Mm.
Oh, that's what's on the menu.
I'm making my
man.
evil face, y'all, because I'll be over there stuffing my face with said jerk chicken.
Who you guys
All
pulling
right.
for a Super Bowl?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Who you guys pulling for on the Super Bowl?
Man, I said from the beginning of the season, I was rolling with the 49ers.
Yeah, I smell the upset.
I ain't gonna be mad either way. To be honest with you.
Well,
I'm rolling with the Chiefs.
I am just I'm an NFC man. I'm from the West Coast. I'm a Ram fan, and
I'm sorry.
while the 49ers are my enemy, I still got to root for the NFC come Super Bowl time, man. But I'm expecting a great game.
I hope so.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
I hope it's not a blowout. Please don't make it a blowout. Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a dog in the fight either way. I guess I'm not really rooting for Kansas City as I think they're going to win. 'Cause I think if there's one quarterback to count on winning a big game in that league is Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
I don't think
Hey,
you can
but
bet
Purdy
against him.
shows up too now.
He
Yeah.
does.
You can't
He
take
does,
it, boys.
but he's no Patrick Mahomes, bro.
Yeah. It's his first time in
Yeah.
the big game, and I don't know too
Yeah.
many people who won it on their first time.
Mahomes is God level, man. That dude is.
Did Eli
nuts.
win it on his first time?
Yes,
Actually, he did against the Patriots.
he won both times. Both times
Both
he won,
times
he
against the
won.
Patriots.
I don't know, man. Purdy, the dude just plays ball, dude. You
Oh,
can have that
he's
debate
legit.
all day about whether or not he's elite. And everybody, is he elite? He elite? Elite? It really don't matter.
It don't
if
matter.
you
He's
win,
not losing
gonna
any
have-
games.
He's gonna have an elite check next year. I know that.
Oh man, he's got to get paid. He is absolutely. I mean, you
Win,
look at what
lose,
he
or
did
draw, he got
last
to get
year.
paid.
You look at
The
what he did
coaches
last year
put-
before he got injured.
The coaches put him in a position to be successful, man. They don't ask him to do anything that he cannot do. They game plan around his abilities, and he's in a perfect situation. He's got great players around him. Got a very good offensive line. He's got a nasty defense. I think they're gonna win handily. Yeah, I think they're gonna win handily.
CJ,
I don't know.
Can you call Hallis Hall for me? I got the number. I'll send you the number. If my Bears would do exactly what you just said and just play to Justin Fields' strengths, I think that kid could really do some damage.
Yeah.
They have not put him in a position to win at all.
I'm ready for Justin to go somewhere where he can go win, man. Like he deserves.
I think Atlanta would be a good fit for him.
I was just thinking that Atlanta would be a good fit for him. I believe.
I do too.
And I'm hearing Chicago fans, a lot of these people with knowledge of the game talk about using their first round pick for a quarterback. I mean, dude, you've got a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a quarterback.
But
and if you waste the first round pick on another quarterback and let him go, then it's a roll of the dice.
They should be drafting Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah.
No, sir.
But the object of the game is I might have a quarterback, but you don't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if I take this quarterback off the board, it becomes more valuable for me as a trading element.
Absolutely. You draft the most valuable player available.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got all the chips in you, because then you can decide if you want to roll with Justin or you can roll with whoever you draft.
Kind of like that the boy at Tennessee, the black kid. I don't think he's bad. I just think he's in a bad system.
Yeah.
But they're probably not going
what Brandon is saying, and what CJ is saying, if prior to the draft you work out a deal with another team that really wants, that first pick, then you could set yourself up to have a whole bunch of picks.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
So I mean, it's a double-edged sword.
I think they can turn that first pick into five, probably five top three round picks easily.
Yeah, it's possible. It's definitely possible. I still don't think they're gonna do anything with it though, but
I know they won't. Trust me. I know my Bears. I guarantee you they will once again find a way to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. They
will find a way to shoot themselves in both feet.
Yes, they will. You can count on them to do that if they don't do anything else.
man, I hear that. I hear that. I'm just gonna be sad that come the end of Sunday evening, man. Football season's gonna be over, man.
Well, hey,
Yeah,
you
it
start
is.
watching the UFL, man.
The
We'll
UFL
see.
or women's college basketball, because the male sucks.
Yeah,
I've got more entertainment out of watching women's college basketball for the first time in years than I ever have.
Dude, they ball.
They ball. It's
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
entertaining.
South
Oh, yeah.
Carolina
Hell with
has
that.
just been.
Hey,
Oh yeah.
to hell with that. When does that lingerie league start up?
That's high quality entertainment right there.
High quality entertainment.
Hey,
sir.
Brandon, what we say? What we say down there in Cairo? Hey, this right here.
This right
Yeah.
here.
Well, fellas, it's been real kicking it with y'all. My face is starting to fill up with crud again. I'm about to get on the drugs to medicate
Yes,
my
sir.
face.
Yeah.
Good.
Clarify.
Kick right. It's been real kicking it with y'all, man. I'll
Hey,
be
get
tuning
well,
in
Eddie.
here in the background.
Good to have you, Eddie.
Good to have y'all
Good
too,
seeing
man.
you,
Y'all
All right,
easy.
have a good one, Eddie.
All right, we'll
Later,
do, Papa
brother.
Joe. All right.
Yeah, Al, right before you jumped on, we were talking about new and fancy grills, pits, and such that were coming out here for the new season.
For the
And
2-4.
yeah, you got something new over there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, should I?
Nah,
Believe it or not,
man.
I know when to shut up when it's time. Believe it or not.
Nah, but man, Barbecue Boulevard always stays trying to get something, something new to play with, whether it's something new or whether it's something just new to me.
Yeah.
But no, we've added a Pit Boss Series 1600, the Pro Series 1600. We have added that. We have now, you guys may have known before, I was ambassador for the Louisiana Grill side, which is both Pit Boss and Louisiana Grills owned by Danson's. And this year I have moved over to the Pit Boss side. So now I'm an ambassador for Pit Boss. And so we're going to start to see some more Pit Boss, cookers show up back here. Along with that, we also are going to be getting our hands on the Lone Star Grills El Patron, and so that will be making its debut hopefully in a little while on Barbecue Boulevard as well. So yeah, we got some couple of new toys to play with.
I tell you what, I really like what I've seen with that Patron.
Yeah.
Have you seen that cooker that they got, CJ Lone Star?
I have not. And like I said, man, I just don't pay any attention to what I don't have. I
understand.
I pretty much focus on everything I got on that back deck. I think if I ever get into the market for something, then yeah, I'll start doing some research.
Yeah. That Patron, man, looks like it will do just about everything.
Yeah.
And you can run that thing as a
who's
direct heat cooker. Looks like you can do indirect. You can do rotisserie, Al. You can do pizza oven.
You can hang ribs and stuff in there, and there's a lot you can do with it.
Oh yeah, it's tough, man. We got Keenan in the building. Keenan, what's going on, man?
What's up, Keenan?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Wait, is that Keenan?
Yeah, we only see half your face.
It
might be Tyrell trying to fill in for Keenan.
I see a chin.
There
he is.
All right.
Come up a little more, bro. Come up a little more, and then you'll be in business.
You chopping your head off, brother.
Oh, a little bit more?
A little bit more.
There we go.
It says 94% on getting me on there. It's like loading up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got you. We got your mugshot now, brother. We got you.
Yeah, that looked familiar.
Man,
what's going on, man?
How are you with all that weather going on out there, man?
Right.
Man, it's crazy. It's wet and cold. Tornado warnings. Where I work at, it was like a river the first little go around. Literally like an island where I work at. I was in ankle deep water. I'm walking to the car, and as soon as you know, I stepped ankle deep, socks, shoes, everything wet.
Dude, I saw cars underwater down there by you, man. Like the whole streets was just like a river.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. I used to live in them areas, man, and I had to call, check on, family members that stayed over there. They was cool, but it was definitely interesting, especially that tornado warning when they showed it like forming. I'm like, man, that's odd. I'm used to earthquakes and wildfires.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tornadoes is a little different, bro.
yeah, yeah,
Just a little bit.
yeah. We good though. Everything's cool. I'm just chilling, man. Just trying to wait to get back out here on this grill, man, and try to redo this brisket. Hopefully, man. I need to make up for that, man. I need to make y'all proud on that one. It was good, but man, I wasn't even gonna
Nah,
do the video.
dude, I watched that video, and as I'm watching, I'm saying, no, don't, don't, don't. You know,
Yeah,
like,
it was.
so uh, go ahead.
I was saying it's just different because when the last time I did one, it was with an electric pit, so
Yeah,
that
yeah.
stays at a constant temp. And I bought these logs, and they was like huge, and I'm trying to cut them with this little axe I got, and I'm like, man,
Yeah.
forget it. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Hey, but
A
that's
stick,
all
stick.
the fun part of learning, man.
That's
Yeah.
it, man.
Oh yeah.
We all been there. Trust me.
Yeah.
And
Trust me,
you know,
we've
like
all done it.
I think in the comment I told you, man, if you haven't destroyed 8-10 briskets, then you're still not cooking them right. Yeah,
So you're not
still
even
not cooking
trying,
them
right, CJ? You're
Yeah,
not even
exactly.
trying.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got to
I'm.
destroy some biscuits before you get them right, man. It's a learning
Yeah.
process.
I'm 3 out of 4 right now.
Yeah,
Hey, it's all good.
especially on a stick burner.
Yeah, it's a learning experience. Like I could use it. I don't use the firebox all the time. That's one thing I like about this legacy I got is that I don't have to use a firebox. I could run it indirect. I could just pile the coals up on one side, or I could stretch them out and grill. And I think it's a good, versatile, simple pit. Like on the lower end of some of the extravagant ones. When I was listening earlier, you was talking about the different pits out on the market. I seen one. It was by Smoking Bros, and it was a pellet. And what I liked about it was the chimney was in the middle. And when I watched them on their little ad, or they show how it works on their website, the little YouTube or something like that, is they're saying that they put the chimney in the middle to try to create a even heat distribution throughout instead of having it on one side and then it's hot on one end. And I thought that was pretty cool. So, I mean, that was a pretty good looking pit. I saw it in action on some chicken wings. And I was like, man, that I could work that, but I got to get the room for it first.
I don't know. I think wherever that stack is, it's going to be a little warmer.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've just I've been a believer of that. Well, and where exactly is the fire pot on that one? Is it in the center?
It was in the back.
Okay.
Yeah, it looked like you loaded up in the back. I was like, man, there's some pretty cool looking pits out there. I'm just trying to get this offset thing down to where I'm comfortable with it on larger cooks, multiple proteins on there, different temp times, and just trying to perfect that. I think I got it. I haven't over smoked anything, so
man, you'll have it in no time, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
I mean,
just keep a clean fire, man, and you'll learn your vents and your stack. And biggest thing is clean fire, man.
Clean
Only
fire.
thing, man, is on a little
Smaller fire is better. Smaller fire is better. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm
I was
learning
just
that.
gonna say that. With
I'm
a
like,
smaller
instead
pit
of
like that, man, don't even worry about the wood splits. Start with your charcoal. Just use your charcoal either with briquettes or lump. And then if you want to start to introduce your wood, and then use little small chunks of wood. You don't need wood splits or whatever. I know out here, I don't know if you have that out there, but out here we can go to the grocery store. You can buy bags of little chunks of whatever different flavor wood.
Yeah,
and you just pop in one little chunk at a time. I ain't even talking about those, Clarence. I'm talking about the little chunks.
Yeah, you're talking about chunks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of different
get your
ones.
charcoal lit, man, and then just pop you one of those in there, every few, however. And man, it'll work out great for you.
See, I did a pork shoulder, and I didn't record it. It was the one I did that rub I came up with using the tomato bouillon, which was pretty interesting because I don't eat tomatoes. And I used yeah, I don't.
Wait a
man.
minute.
That's just
Time out.
that's
Yeah.
salsa
Time
or
out,
something.
man.
That's like I made a brisket, but I don't eat brisket.
But no, look.
I don't eat steak,
But-
but I eat brisket.
Dig, all the stuff you do eat, and you
Right.
don't eat tomatoes.
Nah,
This is not adding up, Keenan. It's not
Yeah,
adding
man.
up at all.
Man,
man.
this is that dude that be coming up with stuff, man. I'm like, wait, you found
Man.
what? Oh, dude,
He
I
had them
found some-
hippopotamus necks
Yeah.
last week, and now he's talking about you don't eat tomatoes.
He over there eating
Man,
kangaroo
I can't
ankles.
stand them. Yeah. I'll be getting it all, man. We be trying to find some interesting stuff. My son be doing that. But yeah, it was I used cherry and pecan wood. I found some cherry chunks and some pecan chunks, and I was using that on the pork shoulder. And it came out amazing. Like I'm mad I didn't record it. I was just like practicing. I feel like cooking. I don't feel like recording. And that was one of the best pork shoulders I ever did.
Oh, I
Imagine
bet,
that
man.
cherry gave it a good color.
Yeah, it did.
I know that Joker had a beautiful crust to it.
It was the first time I was able to grab the pork shoulder and just squeeze it.
Oh, you
And
did
just-
it right there.
Yeah. I
You
pulled
did
the
it right.
bone out like, man, I was like, dang, why didn't I record this? I took pictures, but it was
You know what? It wasn't meant to be, brother. It was meant for you to enjoy it and enjoy your success, man.
man, I ate that pork shoulder every which way. I was dipping in it like snuff, man, just in my jaw cold. I didn't care. Yeah, but man, I'm just trying to catch up, man. That's all. Just
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to catch up and
We're
having
all
fun
trying
while
to do
doing
that,
it.
CJ.
Yep. I thought about letting it come in, but when you Asian, you get them patches like low pan. It don't fill in. It don't fill in on the sides, man. I'll be sparse on the side.
Brisket grease. You gotta rub that.
Is that what it is? That's the
Yeah.
secret.
Yeah. Brisket grease, and then you tie a do-rag around your chin.
Not a
3
do-rag.
weeks, you'll be locked in.
Come on, man.
Man, I ain't worn do-rag since '89, man.
Come on.
Yeah, 3 weeks. Oh man,
Dude.
that's funny.
Uh,
I can't
Yeah,
even, I
man.
can't even argue with you, CJ, because man, you always got it on tight too.
Wow, man, man.
Man,
The first time I see this beard, I said, "Dang, that's what I want right there.
man.
I want that one right there." I tried it. and-
Dude,
But they didn't cut him off because see the people know he fly.
He got too much brisket grease on that.
Oh, there you
microphone.
go. Okay, hold on. There
Yeah.
we go.
I don't know how I got kicked out again.
It did that to you earlier. It's been a
Yeah.
it's been a challenging day, but we're gonna make
Yeah.
it work.
But
Hey,
dude,
it's all
I did almost 21 years in the Army, man, and of course the Army's changed since I retired. But during my 21 years, you had to have a doctor's excuse or a doctor's reason to grow a beard. Otherwise, it wasn't authorized. So I had a little black beard before I joined the Army, but I never grew one until after I retired. And it was probably 5-6 years after I retired. I was still in the school system. I remember coming home for one Christmas break, and I was like, man, you know what? I'm not gonna shave this entire Christmas break. And man, after about 10 days or so, I was just shocked at how white it was. And it wasn't all white like it is now, but it was a lot of white, and I was just blown away. And about 2 weeks, man, the itching stopped and everything. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to cut this, And one of the best things of my public school career, man, was going back after having spent 5-6 years with my kids with a clean face, and all of a sudden showing up in January at school with a white beard. These kids, dude, can you imagine? These kids could not pay attention. They couldn't concentrate. All they were talking about was my beard, man. And from then until now, man, it's just really gotten white. I love it. Now I got boys that are going to ask me, man, why don't you dye that thing? I'm like, man, are you crazy? I said, this is me, man. I said, there's absolutely no way. And my pops is like you, Keenan. He couldn't grow one. Yeah, he couldn't grow one to save his life, man. And I guess the beard gene just skipped him and hit me up.
Yeah, I can keep it on the jawline, keep it real nice and tight, but that's about it, man.
So brisket.
Dog, how long will yours get?
Oh man, I'll never know. I just shaved it last week. I can't do it.
Oh, dude.
I thought I was gonna, grow it out, and it got a little thicker, and I was like, nah, I gotta thin it out. So I hadn't. It doesn't itch or anything like that. I got some good products I've started using that keeps it hydrated and all of that. Different beard oil and a leave-in conditioner and all that, and it works pretty well. But man, it's just something about when I look at it, I'm like, I'm just looking like a homeless dude,
Yep, that's how I feel.
Brandon, how long will yours get?
As long as I allow it, but I don't
because you got that good. You got that good hair, so I know yours.
He got that luxurious mane.
Listen, let me tell y'all something.
Indian in his family.
I don't let it get any longer than this because the colonizers did me wrong, man. So if it gets any longer than this, like this will stay nice and black and thick. Yeah. But on the sides it turns red and Amish.
Man,
it come out straight.
It goes out.
You can't really tell on camera, but if you ever catch me in the sunlight, all this on the side is beet red.
Yeah.
And
ginger power, boy.
Oh, bro, I'm telling you, all this till it gets down to the goatee area, then it turns into the black fist. You dig? But this on the side, the colonizers got me, man. This is all Amish, and it gets bone straight and it stick out.
He said,
I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious.
Man, I heard y'all about them ox.
Oh man, now we lost Keenan again.
Yeah, we lost him.
It's not a good day for streaming.
No, he's about to say some oxtails though. I haven't seen oxtails at my Costco either. But
no, I just don't think Texas is there. We got Keenan back.
I get him at HEB, but I don't have him at Costco.
No, no. HEB all day.
Yeah. And dude, I'm telling you, I in December I was in Uvalde. And on the way to Uvalde, there's a cattleman's meat market. And I guess it's a ranch to market store. The ranch owns the meat market, and it's a Wagyu ranch. And I stopped in there. I actually did a Yui on our way to Uvalde just to go check things out. And I was blown away by the prices for American Wagyu. So I'm going through the display cases. I see oxtails, $5 a pound, which is ridiculous cheap. I mean, even HEB is almost $7 a pound.
So you cleaned them out?
And yeah, dude, I did not have a cooler, right? Because I didn't anticipate. But I picked up about 10 pounds on my way to Uvalde because I knew that I had buddies with RVs and refrigerators and buddies with coolers. So I placed them in somebody's freezer. And on the way back from Uvalde, I picked up another 10. Man, it's beautiful oxtails. And at that price, I did not want to. I am not going to say it on any videos, any one of our cooking videos, because I don't want people to run down there and buy up all of it.
Try the price up.
And next thing I know, they're $8, $10 for a pound of oxtail. So I'm trying to keep it on a DL.
But it's all
But
good. We ain't got to go that far. We just got to come to your
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
yeah.
See, here it's crazy because we got farming communities here. It's ranches, it's farms, it's meat markets and all that. But it's like, they got that, to me, I just call it California mentality. And you figure like if it ain't tri-tip, then, they got to be something exotic. And they look at oxtails as exotic. And I'm like, man, I remember them used to be like almost free, between, and then now it's like, I can't go like we got a Costco like business center where I guess you could go in and buy the cases like old boy, does. But I haven't been in there, and I don't, I can't see myself buying a case of oxtails, especially trying to trim it up and all that. You go in the store, I seen in the store they had one medium size, not the big piece on the thicker end of the tail. It was a smaller one. They had one of those and two of the little nuggets, vacuum sealed, and they were selling that for $13.
What?
Yeah, and I'm like, are you serious? Oxtail, you get a pack, you ain't gonna get them under. If you catch them under $30 a pack, then
Wow.
congratulations.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
And
But I
like you
don't see
said,
it.
that was something that they would pretty much give away. I remember our first time we did 2 tours in Germany, Mom and I. Our first tour, we used to go to German meat markets, man, and dude, they would not even weigh things like ribs. They would just stuff them in a plastic bag. I mean, 20, 30 racks. And we give them 20 marks. They said back, this was before the currency changed to euro. Our first tour was marks. And 20 marks, man, was I don't know, maybe $10 or something. And of course, the Americans that knew about ribs would just hit up those meat markets, man. And maybe 4 or 5 years later, we made our second tour back to Germany. It was a totally different game. Those Germans had figured out the value that they had, and everything was appropriately priced. We were not getting those giveaways anymore, man. And right now, oxtails, they just figured out that people want oxtails. And earlier I mentioned while Les is doing his thing, he's not doing us any favors.
No. I would like to taste them though. I seen a brother, he did a review on it, and he said it was like $45 for the plate. And he had a lot in there. It was a lot, I was like $45
for a plate of oxtails?
Yeah,
Dude,
I'm like
in Atlanta, people were paying $60.
Oh, when he did that pop up down there,
man.
Yeah, in Atlanta.
Just for the experience,
Yeah,
for the experience. I would like to taste them, I would like to taste them.
I'm gonna leave that experience alone.
I would like to taste them, but I think that's driving it up, like him. But I think oxtails is used for a lot of Asians. When they making, especially Vietnamese, when they're making their fuzz, they use stuff like that for the collagen, for the broth, and
because they parboil, rinse, and then throw them back in.
Even like with the Mexican community, they may use it for caldo de res, just to get that broth nice and rich. So it's a lot of other ways that they use it, but since people realize you could smoke them, which I did it before, but never before I even started recording. That's what drove it up. So I'm like, man, I'm find something else.
When we talk about smoking oxtails, is that kind of a play on the cook process? Because I've done a video that I titled "How to Smoke Oxtails," but you're only smoking them to a point.
Correct. I don't think most people realize if they haven't cooked oxtails, or even if they haven't smoked them, you're gonna have to braise those oxtails at some point.
You're gonna have to.
You can't just smoke them straight. That's not gonna work.
Okay.
Go ahead, bro.
I actually have smoked oxtails all the way through, and they come out pretty dang juicy and tender.
Well, lay it on us, brother. Lay it on.
I
us.
mean,
Yeah, talk to me.
It's just a slow smoke. You know, it's going to take you a little while, but it's a slow smoke. But you absolutely can. I absolutely have done that before.
Did you end
See,
up
I just
wrapping them, or
wrapped
you
them.
just ran them raw?
I didn't wrap. No, dude. I rubbed them up, popped them on the pit, and I smoked them straight through. I did go ahead and spritz them throughout to give them a little moisture or whatever. But no, I did not braise them. I did not steam them. Any of that. When they got, I pretty much did it like a brisket. I cooked it to completion, and then after I finished, smoking it to completion, I went ahead and wrapped it up in foil or whatever and let it rest. And they came off that pit, man. The little
I did
nuggets that
some.
Keenan was
I just
talking
wrapped
about,
them.
I like those. I like the little smaller pieces, man. I like, sucking on that, getting that collagen out the end.
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I
had
want
enough of them. I
mine
eat them like sunflower seeds.
Yeah, I want mine closer to the booty. So I want those.
You want the fat joints.
Yeah.
That's what the real flavor is. Tell them, CJ, that's what the real flavor is.
Yeah.
I wasn't even ready for that, man. Come on.
He want a two-hander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want those fat joints, bro. Yeah.
Man. Oh, come on.
Yeah, those are the ones we fought over when my grandma made them. She had a big old pot. You want to grab them big ones.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's where the meat is, man. That's where the meat
that's
is.
for sure.
Yeah, I don't know,
I mean, no matter how you slice them or dice them, if done correctly, oxtail is hard to beat, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, I absolutely have. I've got a video where I did an oxtail ragu.
Yep.
Where I smoked them, braised them, then pull that meat off. And dude, all those bones that I pull the meat off of, I vacuum seal them and stuck them in a freezer, and man, completely forgot they was there for, I don't know, a year and a half. And I was defrosting the freezer and pulling them out. I was like, "Whoa, wow, dude! I made a stock that was just so ridiculously flavorful, man, from those oxtail bones." So, tell people, don't throw away those bones, man. They still got value when you're done with them. If you're into cooking and like to make your own stocks, you can definitely do some things with them.
Did you roast them, CJ, or did you just let them go white?
No, I just tossed them in there because they had already been on the grill.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's true.
They had already been on the grill, so I just tossed them in there in that pot of water.
How much smoke did it impart into that stock?
I don't know that I remember a smoke to that stock, but I just remember it was a very beefy stock.
Gotcha.
But I don't remember thinking, "Oh, this is nice and smoky." No, I don't remember that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that oxtail drove up the price of neck bones. Neck bones you get a pack between $1 to $3. Now they like between $7 and $10 a pack.
Man, look, let me tell you something. Soul food has been gentrified. Period.
Oh, no doubt.
I remember you were talking about, CJ, how you used to get the ribs over there in Germany. Like, I remember as a little boy, my old man would come home with cases of ribs, cases of chicken wings, stuff like that. That stuff they were, like you said, they were practically giving it away.
Yeah.
That was garbage food. And then people got hip to the idea of chicken wings, and they started all these chicken wing restaurants and all that stuff. Hell, you can get steak for the price of chicken wings these days. But I remember as a kid, my old man would come home with a case of chicken wings, and I don't think he paid more than a buck or two for that whole case. They were just happy to get it out of their store. Ribs were the same way. But even now, things like you said, neck bones or even smoked ham hocks, things like that.
Crazy.
Collard greens. Like all of this stuff, the price of this stuff has gone through the roof because the buying public has figured out just how great this stuff is. Like I said, this is the stuff we used to be able to feed our families for, $5 for 3 days on that stuff, man. But now,
Between that and corporate greed, man.
Oh,
That too.
absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
That
They're
too.
making record profits.
Yep.
And if it was really a part of the economy, then they would not be making these record profits because they would have to pay additional costs. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that they're just gouging us, man,
Crazy.
Mhm.
that is why they're making record profits, because we're
Yeah.
being gouged.
We are, because the upstream of the supply chain, they're not doing much better than they were.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they're not seeing the difference. It's the corporations who are in the middle
Yes.
are the ones who
And
are getting over.
I hear, I read articles from these cattle producers, and they're not getting any money.
Mm-mm.
They're not making any money.
No, half of those people are on subsidies.
Yeah. Yeah,
They're not making
they're not
any money,
making the
man.
money.
No.
So,
Man,
no, they're taking this, man. Yeah,
I
they're
just
taking
wish
it.
since we're in the southern part of California, we need to have our grocery stores stocked up like y'all's, man. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like you go to the store. I live at the grocery store. It's my favorite thing to do every week. 2-3 times a month. And it's like I'll go through and look at the prices, and then you'll see like a name brand, a name company that got chicken and thighs and all that. And then they got the off one off to the side, and the thigh be like this big, and you get a whole bunch of them. And I'm like, man, I did that. I'm like, oh, these are some huge thighs. Let me get them, my naive days, and you get them and they don't taste like nothing. And then,
Yeah.
and out here, like y'all, like, okay, you got the oxtails jumping off and all that. Here we got, like with chicken, Korean fried chicken. That's just like popular out here. It's like you got a Korean fried chicken spot. They popping up like Starbucks right now. And then, you got fusion spots. You got somebody who may be, like Asian and then Mexican, and then they fusing together burritos with lumpias in it. And
I've been
all
seeing
kind
a
of
lot
crazy
of
stuff.
that on Instagram and stuff. Yeah.
Hey, it's jumping, but some of that
dude,
I just feel is rising up the price of basic stuff.
California's got a serious foodie culture, man. And I ain't mad at them. I'll be in California for 7 days starting next Tuesday. So I'm gonna get my fill.
Which part you going to, CJ?
We'll be in Moreno Valley.
Okay.
I've got a Laker game, Lakers versus Detroit. I will be attending. So we're gonna do some moving around. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
You hating on the Lakers again, man?
You know that's my squad, man. Come on, man.
That's the
at least they play Detroit, so
that
should be a W.
Nah, we'll get them.
Now,
we'll get them.
I have friends in San Jose, and I try to get up there and visit them a couple times a year. And one thing I can tell you, I always eat like a king out there.
Oh yeah,
San Jose got some food out there.
Oh boy.
Yeah, they try to say it's like country and there's nothing to do. I'm like, you in the wrong spot.
That's not the case. That's not the case, bro.
No, it's pretty jumping.
Hey, it's so bad, man. The San Jose spots got to the point where it's all over my Instagram feed. So every time I see something I like, I send it to my partner out there in San Jose. Like, hey, dog, put this on the list. Like, when I come out here, I want to go to this spot, and I want to go to that spot. And he's, I went over here. It's good. No, we're gonna try this. Well, they got it going over there, bro. Bay Area got some serious food, man. They really do. They slept on big time.
Man, I ain't been out there in a while.
Keenan, when you want a burger, what's your spot?
Here we go.
Man,
Here we go.
I don't buy too many burgers. I go to fast food spots. But they do got some burger joints. I haven't been to Five Guys.
I'm talking about your burger spot. When you want to go out for a burger, where do you go?
They closed down. They closed down all the Fridays. I used to like to go to Fridays and get them Jack Daniels. Yeah, the Jack Daniels burgers. But man, I'm gonna see what Wendy's got, or one of the fast
Oh,
food
come
chains.
on, man, not those places.
It's no burger spot. I mean, they got Slater's 50/50, but I haven't been there. And that's just half, like, it's like bacon and beef in it, and they just opened up one Duke's Onion Burgers, not too far from me, but it's like, man, I make a burger at home. I grind up some chuck myself. I get a chuck steak. I don't even buy ground beef. My wife does. If I want a burger of ground beef, I buy a whole chuck steak and grind it myself.
Hey, so I asked that question because, man, I was a huge fan of Tommy's. Is Tommy's still in effect?
They just closed it down. The chili burger one?
Yeah.
Yeah, they closed it down.
Wow.
Yep. I went there, and I did go there, and I made the mistake of trying to drive and eat that burger.
No, you can't.
Man, I picked it up, and it just folded around my whole arm. I had chili. I literally had to pull over and go back in the parking lot to go in there and get a knife and fork. Eat it in the parking lot. Man, it looked like I had brown stains running. It was messed up. I made the mistake of trying to drive and eat it.
You got to bring a bit. It's a messy burger, man. But it was, But it was
you need a blanket.
It was something special.
Yeah, it's
it
definitely
was something
good.
special. And man, I'm sorry to hear that because it was definitely on one of my it was on the list to hit next week. Yeah, it was on.
We
the
had
list.
a spot here. They had the pastrami burgers. You get like a quarter pounder. I think it was a half-pound burger, and then they put like a pound of pastrami on it, and the burger sat up about that high. So we used to try to see who could bite it. Like, you smash it down. And they had pastrami fries, like corn asada fries. They had pastrami fries.
Oh, yeah.
And they put it was on point. But yeah, they just closed down the Tommy Burger last year.
Wow.
Was that the only location?
Here that I knew of in San Diego.
Yeah. It was throughout. It was across California.
Yeah, they closed the one here.
So I don't know if that was just that spot closed or they just closed them all down. I don't know. I'll find out.
No, I know they just closed the one down here, but I'm pretty sure they still open. They closed down the Fat Burger. They had a Fat Burger here that was popular in LA. They closed that down. I don't know why.
That would have been on the ticket. Yeah. I was in 2 years ago, I was in Malibu for a Traeger shoot, and I made it a point to hit Fat Burgers and had an awesome burgers at a Fat Burger. But Tommy's is my ticket, man. Yeah, Tommy's my ticket.
The burger joints is playing out. They closed down Bob Big Boys, Fat Burger, Tommy's. Back in the day when we was, instead of going like fast food restaurant, you get your best burger from the taco shop.
Hey, so hold up. I can't let this go by, man. I gotta. My man over here, y'all didn't catch that. Yeah, y'all didn't catch CJ stunting on us, did you? My man said a couple of years ago when I was out there in Malibu.
Yeah.
No.
As
doing a Traeger shoot.
Doing a Traeger shoot.
As he lifts up his little glass of yak.
He had the Glen Cairns.
That's where the shoot was.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's where the shoot was.
He got his little glass of yak over there talking about when I was out in Malibu a couple of years ago.
Dude, and I'm not gonna lie, they treated me like I was a movie star, and I'd never experienced that. So I can only imagine what these celebrities go through, how they're treated on the set, whatnot. You don't get to pick up, you don't touch anything, you don't man, can I help you move this chair? No, sir, you are the talent. You just sit back and relax. Do you need anything? I'm watching these ladies struggle with tables and big chests, and I'm trying to help, and no, sir, you can't do this. I've got a makeup girl that's following me around, man. Keeping me from shining and whatnot. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is just. I thought I was going to be cooking all night, for this shoot. Nah, they just want me to tell them what I would do, whatnot, and they got people that can cover it. CJ, go to the hotel. Go sit back and chill. I'm like, God damn. Hey,
See, this is what movie stars do. Shit.
yeah,
Right.
I'm serious.
Man, watch
Yeah,
out.
Hey, is that
Well,
what
yeah,
you're
CJ,
doing next week? You going out there for Traeger?
yeah. No. This is the wife and I going to visit family. Yeah.
well, CJ, good news. I just looked in the chat, and Tommy's is open in Ventura in LA.
Yeah,
Ah,
they closed
sweet.
the one
All
here
right.
down. It wasn't
Yeah.
happening here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Road trip.
I'll
yes.
find one, bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
LA
find one.
County, and they said LA County and Ventura County. Our boy George over there, 805, he said he just had it last week. So they are, in fact,
All right.
805's
Yeah,
in the
George is
house.
right
find
there
one.
at
George?
Ventura.
Yeah, George is in the house, man.
What's
Caballero.
cracking, George?
Yeah,
Hey.
man, George is right up there in Ventura, so he should know what's up. But
Hey,
like here, it's all
CJ.
San Diego. It's all about Mexican food and Asian food. That's about it. We got our barbecue spots. Don't get me wrong, there's some barbecue spots. I haven't been there in a while, but we got Coops, Coops Barbecue, West Texas Barbecue. Plan to go there soon. Some other spots I just haven't been to. Phil's, everybody know Phil's. They beef ribs. They was known for their big brontosaurus beef ribs. Now they're not as like you see on TV, but they're still good. And it's just the scene here is like the foodie scene. It's like you got to be fusion. It got to be organic. It got to be what's the new word? Nosh, nutritionally organic, something healthy. They got to be that. Like they coming up with acronyms of food, and it's just it's kind of ridiculous.
Barbecue is going to remain barbecue, and right now there are a lot of California folks, man, entrepreneurs that are getting Texas consultants.
Oh yeah,
to come out there. And help them get these recipes, these processes going, which is a good thing. The more barbecue there is across the nation, I think the better for all of us in one way or another.
Yeah, there's some cats out here doing it. I mean, especially George. George, he got that Concord grill. I think the first video I watched of his, he did like some apple pie ribs. And I'm like, apple pie ribs?
Yeah.
Like, really, dude? And that video always stuck in my mind because that was the first video I always watched him. So it's definitely a scene. It's a wide range of people. Like, I got some Filipino homies I work with, and one of them went on Craigslist and bought a offset. And this dude brought me some smoked turkey that he did. Oh my goodness. Other cat doing brisket. So it's definitely more universal here. And a lot of people are starting to get them offsets, and the pellet is getting real popular, gravity fed and all that. But it's a wide range of stuff, and it's cool because I like to use a lot of Asian flavors like dry rubs. I like to go to Asian markets. I find all my seasonings, try to put it together and use them as dry rubs instead of something you braise in. And, so far so good, man.
Yeah, man. You know what? I'm looking at the chat, y'all, and Uncle Steve's in the building. What's up, Uncle Steve?
Uncle Steve,
what's up,
cracking?
Steve, bro?
He said he's shipping a lot more to Cali. So that's good to hear for him. And, like you said, it's just everything about it is spreading, man. And yes, I'm looking through the chat. We got Barbecue Bourbon and Blues. Brother Kelly Ward is in the building. What's going on, man?
What's cracking?
I'm trying to see who else we got in here, man. Make sure we don't leave anyone out.
That's interesting though, Keenan, because you're saying how it's kind of popping with the offsets and the pellets and whatever, and it seems like a lot of people are starting to gravitate to the live fire more so than offsets and things of that nature. But dealing with live fire cooking, the Argentinian, Brazilian style cooking.
Yep.
So,
that Santa Maria style, they want to blow in the grates up or have the big cut open drum and have and throw a gang of leg quarters up there, man, and have a big old ghetto barbecue.
That's what we gonna do this Sunday with this jerk chicken. Hey, but
I mean, I'm not even hyped
Clarence.
for the Super Bowl. I don't have nothing thought out.
You're not cooking nothing for the Super Bowl, bro?
I'm gonna cook something. Like I was gonna do some. I usually make a pot of gumbo for every Super
Okay.
Bowl,
I did
and
that
I was
one,
like,
yeah.
You do seafood or you doing chicken?
Seafood and sausage, you know,
Okay.
and I like to throw some shrimp and buy a thing of the lump crab, and find me some good andouilles out there, and do it like that. But I'm not hyped, and I was like, I might flip it. Like one year, I did gumbo egg rolls, and those came out good. And I made the roux, and that was my dipping sauce for the actual egg roll with everything in the gumbo with rice and the veggies and all that. But I just kept the roux separate and just used that to dip in. And I was like, man, I thought about just trying to flip it and do it like empanadas, but man, none of my teams won it. I wanted to be Detroit
It
and
ain't even
Baltimore.
about the game, man. This is hanging out and cooking.
Yeah, that too.
it.
But the thing is, I never stay up. I always go to sleep. So I got to bet with my
That's because
wife.
you be done ate yourself into a coma, man. You got to slow down, bro.
Man, by the middle before halftime, I'm knocked out.
This man said he doesn't stay up. The game starts about 7.
It starts at 5:30.
Yeah.
And I'm asleep by 6:15. And so I got to bet with my wife that I'm gonna watch the whole game. I said I'm just gonna look forward to the commercials. You know, I might throw some. I got some wings or some thighs, man. I don't, you know.
You gotta at least make it through the Usher concert, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, so who's gonna be the guest with him though?
It looked like I seen Lil Jon and Ludacris is gonna be there.
Okay. See, we were guessing. We were trying to figure out because they were talking about there's gonna be 2 iconic hip hop artists to join it, but they didn't put names to it.
Yeah, because
I thought okay, the Atlanta, you know, whatever. So I was thinking, okay.
They made a commercial. Those two, it was Lil Jon, Ludacris, and Taraji P. Henson. Weird, but they were in a commercial with.
Gonna do?
Who knows? Stand there and look pretty, I guess, man.
But, you could just stand there. I'm good.
They were in a commercial with Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, and it was like a teaser to Usher's show. But I'm like, okay, well, if they doing a commercial and doing all that, they obviously showing up for this show. But beyond them two, I'm not sure who's going to show up.
Yeah,
but
it's going to be a good show, man.
I tell you what,
performer.
I took my wife to his residency in Vegas last year when we were out there for the race. Hell of a show.
Yeah, I bet.
Hell of a show. Our friend, our fearless leader, Jeff from Outdoors with Jeff, he told me, he's like, hey, man, you got to hit that show. He was not wrong. I believe that residency is over now, but great show. Great show. Man.
Speaking of, good shout out to Jeff. Hopefully,
yes, sir.
Jeff is out there doing well.
And he's out there working, man.
Yeah,
he's working. They got a lot of Super Bowl events going on, so
I bet
he's quite busy.
On that grind,
yes,
man.
Sir.
Oh yeah.
Hey, CJ, I got to tell you this, man. Before we hold up, let me sneak this in here because I've been trying to sneak this in for a minute. Congratulations is in order to Miss Joseph for her retirement, man. So I want to make sure you tell her, hey, congratulations on that. I'm sure she's going to enjoy it, as are you. So just wanted to bring that up. Say congratulations to y'all,
man. Much appreciated. This is it's kind of shocking when a plan comes together, man. You know what I'm saying? And this one really has. And man, we're just looking forward to what's to come. We're looking at doing some traveling, getting around, and man, just enjoying life right now, man. Our daughter is 30 years old, so you know how that is.
Mine's 9, so I gotta wait.
Yeah. So you're not going anywhere anytime soon.
No.
Yeah. But man, really looking forward, and I'm happy to have her at home, man. Especially when it's time for videos. You know, as a one man, yeah, because I'm gonna put her to work. I'm gonna put her to work. You know, as a one-man show here at the house when she's at work, and I'm moving from inside to outside. I gotta move cameras, set up again. I mean, it becomes laborious. It lengthens things. So with Mama here, it's going to streamline some things. Mama's one of those that
Alicia, if
like
you
to ask.
watching, get that check. Get that check.
Yeah,
Alicia.
but Mama is one of those that like to ask questions that's going to confuse stuff. So, so I just gotta
Find a little balance.
play
That's
with
all.
it.
Yeah.
Don't you
It's
want
all
to do
good.
this? I'm like, oh hell, here we go.
I can relate. Yeah, I can
We
relate to
might be
that.
able to get you up here to Barbecue Boulevard again, man. I had Brandon was
Dude,
over here.
We were just talking about that.
Brandon was
Man,
over here last week. We was up here cooking, and the first thing we said was, "Man, we need CJ up here."
I hadn't said it, but I was disappointed that I found out about it after the fact. I don't know that this one was yeah. I don't know that this one was put out there. Maybe it was impromptu or something.
It was off the
But
cuff.
Yeah, it was a
It
last
was off
minute
the
thing.
cuff. Yeah.
Yeah, when I found out, I saw the pictures. I was like, "These motherfuckers right here."
Like, no, they didn't. I'm right down the
Bro,
street.
hey, long as you know, man, for real, we sat back there and we were like, man, we need to get CJ up here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
Did.
Barbecue
Yeah, it was-
Boulevard, boy. You put your stamp on Barbecue Boulevard when you came up here, man. So,
Yeah, dude, that was an awesome time, man.
oh,
That was an
yeah.
awesome time.
Classic.
But we'll do it again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, it's killing me right now. I
Well,
just scratched my.
CJ, what you cooking for the Super Bowl, bro?
Man,
Oxtails.
no, I'm not doing
goat?
oxtails.
A baby goat, another
Dude,
goat.
I had mentioned that I'm going to be doing the spare ribs carnitas.
Oh, that's what
Right.
you're gonna do. Okay.
Yeah, spare rib carnitas, and then I'm going to end up making some tacos. I'm going to end up making maybe some quesadillas, and then
Y'all hear the accent coming out, right?
that, yeah, along with
California
that,
style right there. Boy.
we're gonna do some Rockefeller style oysters on the Traeger, just for game day. You know, and unlike a lot of you guys, man, you know, it's just Mom and I. So we try to keep these types of game day cooks fairly small because I remember in the past we did a huge one, man, and we're like, we ended up giving away, we ended up throwing away. I mean, there was just way too much food, you know.
Well,
and I think go ahead.
It's tough. It's tough to do something like a game day cook, or even, man.
Yeah.
Even if you're barbecuing, it is tough to do for a small crowd.
Yeah, because
Nacho bar,
you start looking, especially if you're going to post pictures. You know, you want to have a platter with 3, 4, 5 different things. You know what I'm saying? To really look good, that you've got a spread, as opposed to one item. But again, just 2 people, man. So we're keeping it small. Yeah, we're keeping it small.
You know, unfortunately, I won't be cooking, but I will be eating.
Yes.
I'll be dining at Barbecue Boulevard, man, and I'm putting all my trust and faith into my brother. I know he's gonna do a fantastic
You're bringing
job.
in the chef.
You know, hey, this what I do, bruh.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bring the Uncle Nearest, and you know, that's gonna be my contribution, man.
Come on through. I'm gonna have Federico. Federico's gonna be my barbecue sous chef.
Man, look.
Hey, I think at this stage of the game, Federico, he's a qualified pitmaster. He's got to be.
But he won't own it though.
Whoa.
He said,
Call. You know what? We need to get him on here so he can defend himself. We need to get him on here so he can defend himself.
You know, but no,
Let's
for
go.
real. You know, it's funny you say that, CJ, because I've had those types of conversations with Fed, and I said, you know what, Fed? You are hanging with the crew all the time. Whether we here at, Barbecue Boulevard, whether we over at Treaty Oak, wherever we are at, you amongst a lot of people that know how to man that grill, know how to do some things, come up with some good recipes. And then even, like we said a couple of weeks ago, we over there in Conroe with Erica and Rashid and Alfred Goni and Fed is right there with all of us, behind the scenes, hanging out, whatever, doing whatever. And I'm like, bro, it's time for you to step up. It's time for you to go ahead on and
step from behind that camera and get
Yeah,
in front of it and
man.
get to work. Yeah.
it's time for you to go ahead and get that
Yeah.
shovel in your hands and get that apron
Yeah.
on and start making it do what it do.
I think we're officially calling you out, Fed.
Yeah, man.
Wherever
Yes,
you
sir.
are.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah.
We're gonna have to tell them, go ahead and get that wig split, get rid of that big old Care Bear afro so it don't go up in fire. And let's start getting
just-
this
Care
thing going. But,
All he got to do is click those tongs 3 times, and he's
You're
ready
in
to go.
business.
Yeah.
That's
He's gonna
right.
be all right. He's gonna be safe
Yeah.
for anything after that.
yeah. No, but he's gonna be over here. He's gonna be helping out on Sunday.
I'm sitting here thinking about what I'm gonna
light
cook.
for him though, man, because I'm gonna handle all the chicken.
Okay.
But I might put him on the rice and peas. But I'm also probably gonna do up some jerk burger sliders. So maybe I might put him on that. Keep him engaged. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I know I wasn't
Ain't
gonna cook, but
nothing
now
wrong
y'all
with
got
that
me wanting to
book,
cook.
man.
All
Yeah.
You
right.
know you're going to do something. You know you can't just
Yeah.
sit
Yeah,
back
man.
and do nothing. Can't.
Man, I got so much stuff in the freezer. I'm about to start clearing it out now.
Hey, now's the
About to say,
time.
it's not an animal safe on the West Coast with Keenan over there in the field.
Nope.
Come on.
I got a gang of rabbits that run all up and down the street, man. I look at them every day.
Hey, they gonna be in that gumbo pot come next week. Watch,
Man, these
Oh,
doves.
man.
Rabbits and doves is on my list.
man.
And
Hey,
if you haven't yet jerked that pork belly, dude, that is one of those things that you need to do.
Oh yeah.
You need
yeah.
to jerk pork belly.
Dude, y'all got
I'm
some in the
telling you,
freezer.
off
You
the
ain't saying
chart.
nothing.
Yeah.
We
Off the
got
chart.
we got Chef Daniel in the house, y'all.
Oh, Chef Daniel, what's going on, brother?
Yeah, he was just up there with Thyron and
I saw that.
Dominique, man. Yeah, they were getting it in, man.
Yeah,
I'm just
I
gonna
saw
say it
that.
right now. My goal is to meet Uncle Seth.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it right now. I know Thyron probably watching. I've been watching Thyron since like 2015, and I was like, I got to meet Uncle Seth.
I thought I was going to be able to meet Uncle Sid down in Atlanta, but he was under the weather.
Yeah.
And then we got to talk to him here on the podcast a
Yeah,
couple
we did.
months
Man.
back.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I
But,
watched that.
I haven't yet met him in person, but yeah,
It was a good,
Yeah.
it was a good
Said
chat
is-
too.
it was. That
It
was
was.
really good chat. That was
That's
really
Yeah.
a good segue because if you guys have not checked out the latest podcast with Blue Smoke Blair herself, Miss Erica Roby, man, Brandon, I
great
gotta
pod.
tell you, that was an awesome podcast, man.
It was. We really enjoyed it. It was a great time, man. It was great catching up with Erica, especially after we had just done her academy and
Yeah,
just really got to hear her backstory and
very inspirational.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And just her vision for the future, man. It was great podcast. Really, really
Absolutely,
good.
man. I sat there even, as we were doing the podcast, I was like, I can't wait till we finish this and get it edited.
Get it
I
out.
could go watch it
Yeah,
again.
Yeah.
And then we sat there when we released it Saturday, man. We sat there, Gene and I watched it, I think, twice all the way through
Mm.
because it was just that good.
Yeah, it was
It
good.
was a good podcast, man.
It was really good. Yeah.
So
And man, she's just sweet spirit, man.
yes,
Super, super cool lady and super genuine. Like,
So
when-
passionate, man.
yes. And what you see on TV or social media, whatever, like that's just Erica. She doesn't put on the front for anybody. She is who she is.
Absolutely.
And that's what you're going to get every time with her, man. Yeah, it was a great time.
Absolutely. And she's actually one of my fellow ambassadors with Pit Boss too. So
That's
hopefully
right.
we'll get to work together a little bit more coming this year. So we'll see.
That's good stuff.
Hopefully
Man.
so. Hopefully so.
I've been slacking because I haven't watched it yet. So that is, I'll set aside some time to watch that.
Yeah, man. You got to check that one out. It was really good. It was really good. Hopefully we can get Chef Michelle Wallace on there soon too, because I think that's going to be a really good one too.
Oh yeah. And we got brother Coochie is in the chat, man. Coochie, what's going on, man?
Coochie, that podcast is coming up next week, right?
Yes, yep. We'll have Coochie on the podcast next week, man.
Man, and I'm sad I'm gonna miss that one, but I'll be able to catch it on the replay.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be another good one, man. Just it's gonna be a great perspective, because he just does so many different things, man, and he's taken TikTok by storm, and he's making a pretty big impact on Instagram and Facebook these days too, man. But
yeah,
that brother, I used to think my man Rich Myers cooked a lot of food. He ain't got shit on Coochie, bro. Let me tell you something. And Rich gets it in, but dog,
Yeah, you do.
Coochie cooked like 2-3 cooks a day. That brother
Day.
be on it, man.
See, that I used to do that, but I had to stop.
What did he do with all that food?
Man,
Somebody
I wish
gotta
I
be-
knew. I wish I knew. I do know that he just announced a venture, so he is doing catering and pop-ups and stuff. So, but I don't know that that's where it was all going to. But
Yeah.
I'm sure it was all going to a good place.
Oh, I bet.
Yes,
Nobody's
sir.
going hungry, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Man, I hate that I'm gonna miss that pod next week, man.
He says all going to friends and family. Well, hey, there you go,
Hey,
man.
there you go.
Can't beat
Hey,
that.
We friends, we family.
Uncle Steve says Thyron's gonna be down there at the Houston Rodeo with them.
Oh, good stuff.
And
Yeah, I'm looking forward to finally meeting them face to face, man. Mama and I going to be there a day and a half. We're spending one overnight just to hang out, meet that crew before we head back. So really looking forward to it.
yeah, and then Uncle Steve saying CJ he wished you could talk Alton into coming down there with you.
Man, I wish I could.
When is that? When is that happening?
It's what is it like
It's soon,
the
right?
20
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's not next
the
week,
20
but the week after.
Is that like the 23rd or something like that?
Yeah, it sounds about right. Somewhere around in there.
Yeah.
It's the weekend,
But
not next weekend, but the weekend after.
Yeah,
Weekend after.
I believe.
so
Yeah.
it is like the weekend of the 23rd, something like that.
Yeah.
You have to have
But,
tickets for it, CJ, or do you just show up?
No, I'm hooked up with Uncle Steve.
Yeah,
Okay.
Uncle
So,
Steve, man. Uncle
yeah,
Steve does it up
yeah.
every year. And I'll tell you this.
oh, yeah.
I'll tell you this, Brandon. Uncle Steve personally contacts me every single year to just let me know, bro, if you are able, come on down. I got you, because all the guys come in from all over the country. You CJ coming from the West Coast, Kent coming from Iowa. I mean, people coming from all over the place, man. Even Mags and the crew coming from, the Boston area. I mean, and Uncle Steve does them well. And I've seen, the pictures and the little videos and whatever, and people hanging out at Uncle Steve's house, and they're going to go eat here, and it's a party, dude, from the time they get there to the time they leave.
Yes, sir.
And every time it's been, it's no secret, dude. I work in a job that I'm essential personnel,
Sure.
And we've been shorthanded for so long. We just started hiring people, man, and luck of the draw, we had one guy that I had got him halfway trained. He didn't pan out. Got another one in, got him trained up, and he's a really good young kid, and good to go. He got pulled to another group.
Oh man.
And so now here I am. I have no backup again, and hopefully they're going to be hiring somebody next month, and we'll start the process again. I'll have to train, somebody else. So man, I feel
it bad. Sounds like a conspiracy to me.
Man, I know, dude. I know.
Yeah.
I know. But it's, Uncle Steve, man, I like I said, man, I appreciate him so much, because even when I was going through, the whole chemotherapy and all of that stuff, man, Uncle Steve would, man, just, drop by just to come say, hey, man, just, we're thinking about you. We love you. We want to make sure you all right. And, man, appreciate Uncle Steve to death, man.
Yeah,
I really do wish I could get out there, but that happens to be the week I got to go back to my oncologist. We got to do the follow up and all of that, so can't do it. But CJ did hit me up. CJ did hit me up, and we might be able to work out something for that Thursday before. So maybe we might, roll and meet somewhere, or they roll up here or something. I don't know. Hopefully we'll figure something out.
Yeah, Steve said, so I guess it's the 22nd through the 24th, but he says the big night is the 23rd.
Yeah.
And Uncle Steve also says, Al, as long as he's doing it, you're invited.
Man, I appreciate it. We're going to make it happen one of these times. I swear we are.
Yeah, man, I might have to try to make that. I got to check my calendar, but I think I might be
Yeah, because if it's one person I know that will roll at the drop of a dime, and you won't know he's even there until you see him on Instagram, it's Brandon.
See, is that what we're gonna do? Is that what we're gonna do? I keep telling you, bro. I have the receipts. So he's talking about the Grill and Chill Festival. For those who don't understand, last year.
Wait, did I say that? I didn't say that. Why
you didn't have to, brother. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Bro, that's past 7 days. Let it go.
No, sir. I shan't, sir, until my name is clear. But yeah, I might have to check that out, man. I'm gonna do a look, and I think I might be free, so I might have to get down there and check that out.
I'll tell you what, man, you'll have a fantastic time hanging out with Uncle Steve down there, man.
Yeah, it's a sweet crew, man. It's a sweet crew. I know my previous time hanging out with that group was a couple of years ago when we did reserve our grand champ at that event.
Stunt notice.
Another one.
Little wrist flex for.
Come on, man. That was said to say that I could not party the way I wanted to party because
you was handling business.
Yeah, I was getting reserved grand
He couldn't
champions.
hang out with the common folk. And his camera froze too.
Yeah.
Hey, we got Big Mike in the chat, man. He's a friend of the podcast, and he says that he'll be at the Beer, Bourbon, and Barbecue Fest in Atlanta. He'll be down there with our man Butter Knife Shawty. He'll be down there doing his thing.
Nice.
And
that's another one we got to get on. We got to get Butter Knife on the
man. Butter hard, bro. Butter's hard. He's hard to get, but super cool cat. And bro, when I tell you that brother can burn, we got footage. Footage of.
No, I was saying that because I was competing. I was competing, man, so I couldn't party the way I wanted to. But this time, I've got Mama the designated driver. I've got no responsibility, so I'm gonna let my hair down a little bit and caution into the wind. Should be a good time, man.
Hey, what's funny though is you saying you got Mama being the designated driver. What if she's saying that about you?
No, no, no.
I mean, she will want some of that bourbon, bro.
You know, hey, she retired now. You know,
That's right.
Anytime we get back to the room, Mama can have all the bourbon she wants.
Man.
But yeah, man, we were talking about Butter Knife, man. Like, so we have footage on one of the podcasts of Charlie Maverick. His soul left his body when he was eating that pulled beef that Butter Knife Shorty made down there, man. Yeah, that brother gets down, man. He gets down, and super cool cat too, man. Yeah, he a real one. Yeah, then,
I need to travel more.
You need to come on to some of these events with us, Keenan.
Yeah,
and I don't like flying, but you know, I can get past
John
that.
Madden bus on and get on the road, bro.
Man, I'll take a road trip in a minute, as long as I can get out and stretch my legs. But yeah, you know, just working some stuff out, man. You know, working.
Well, I tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there right now. There's 2 events that I know you want to make sure you get marked down. I'm sure Brandy gonna add to the list, but Grill and Chill and Erica's next barbecue academy. Put that on your list.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you what, another one. Don't sleep on Auntie Delilah's event in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Hey,
I showed my wife that we might, you know, that's something that we might try to. I would love to go to with her because she want to go to Atlanta.
Look, that was a great event, man. Bro, they advertised the hours. I believe it was 12 to 8, something like that, 11 to 8. Bro, when I tell you they put food out the entire time, it ain't like, okay, it's 6 o'clock, we serve what we serve, we made what we made. No, dog. They closed the gates with people walking out with food.
Yeah.
And you had, of course, Auntie Delilah was doing her thing. Butter Knife was there. Had my man Doug. Thyron was there. Bloodso was there. Rashid ended up showing up. Rick from Meat Stall was there helping Thyron. I'm trying to think who else was there. Uncle Jism down there. He was there. Had a brother Doug from Atlanta. Doug's Carolina Barbecue. Man, he made this smoked turkey as the juiciest and most flavorful smoked turkey I've had in a long, long time. Man, just perfect amount of smoke. Man, look, there wasn't a bad bite out there. Everything that everybody put out was amazing. And when I tell you folks cooked and put out food the entire event, yeah. And a great venue, the brewery they were at, plenty of room, plenty of seating, fantastic beers, great service. Yeah. Don't sleep on Delilah's. That was her first one. You would have thought they had been doing that for 20 years because it was perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'll also be on the lookout for Les's Oxtail Fest.
Yeah, man. Les, if you're listening, we got to get that Oxtail Fest going, man.
Hey, man, that dude doing it. You know, he about to start putting empanadas on his menu and what do you call them? Little tricycles, little lamb chops. When he said tricycles, I hit the floor. I said,
Uncle Steve says good night, y'all.
All right, Uncle Steve.
Uncle Steve, take care.
Dude, Les had me. He had me rolling, bro. I saw him roll through Walmart, bought everything they had. I said, "What?"
Oh yeah, he was stalking the man. That's when he was stalking the man at the swinging doors back there by the butcher counter. My man, he would not leave.
Dog, bro,
they got something back there. I'm getting them all.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
you got 100 cases. I'm like, I ain't never bet 100 cases of nothing.
Bro, he wasn't joking either.
No, they came out with that flatbed, man, and that was it.
Yes, sir.
You know, my brother blown up. He took something that's, you know, struggle meal and blew it up in Utah. You know, I don't know if they know about Utah. In Utah, if they know about oxtail so much, but man, creative dude, man. That's all I can say.
Everything becomes tasty when you put a little love in it, man.
That's it.
You know?
Yeah.
Hey, Keenan, Big Mike says, jump on that Greyhound, man. Since you don't like to fly.
Man, please, man. The Greyhound, that's like a reality show on wheels, man.
Yeah,
Man.
not that dirty Greyhound.
Whoop.
Been
When you
there
see
and done
somebody that got a
that.
one-way ticket, you just want to stay
Yeah.
away from them.
Yeah, been there and done that.
Yeah, we'll
man.
make it work. Kids is older now, you know what I mean? It's all good. You're gonna start doing a little something.
And,
CJ, go ahead and pour yourself another glass of yak, man. Go on.
Yeah, man. I'm pretty much at the bottom of this one. Might as
there's no
well.
point in leaving that. There's no point in leaving that
Yeah.
behind,
Nah,
bro.
man. That's like leaving
it
that
look-
much milk in the carton
Yeah,
and putting it back in the
Just
refrigerator.
a swallow in the container.
Yeah.
It looks
Swallow in the
lonely.
container.
Yeah, it looks lonely.
It does.
You might as well
It
go and
does.
dust it off. Dust it
Send
off.
it. Send it home with his family, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure you can walk across the house to the other side to the room all good.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Brother Kelly from Barbecue Bourbon and Blue said we got to make an appearance in Nashville soon, man.
I got family in Nashville too.
And we got a built-in
Hey,
excuse, man.
we
When we
Yeah.
go,
We're going to stay with Keenan.
Yeah. I think that's how I've been to Nashville. It was my 7th birthday. Last time I've been there, man. Went to Opryland. Had a fun. Had a ball.
Well, all I know is all these different events are going to be popping up, man. And all I can say is Black Smoke Barbecue Podcast. It's going to have to be filming. We're going to be doing some podcasts. So we're going to be on the scene.
yes,
We're
sir.
going to start to do some things, man.
We will be remote from these events. Y'all gonna be seeing us in the building, man, and yeah, we're gonna get this thing popping this year, man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
for damn sure.
We've got some we've had some I don't know if I should let the cat out the bag, but we've had some people kind of paying attention to us and you know, getting at us and it's been fun. So yeah, it's time for us to go ahead on and try to do something with this.
Yeah,
Make it do what it do.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
they
make
know
it do
who
what
he
it do.
is. They know
I'm
who
telling
he
you.
is.
I got mama home now, man. We ready to roll. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, we ready to roll.
Speaking of rolling, I gotta go get my son from work. Oh,
All right,
I
Keenan. Hey,
I
man, stay safe with
appreciate
that weather
this.
out there,
Y'all be-
man.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
real, man. Y'all be safe, man.
I'm about to drive right where it's about to start at. So
Man.
I'm about to go to the end of San Diego to pick this dude up. But appreciate, man. Good seeing everybody in the
Yes,
chat.
absolutely.
You know,
Yes, sir.
appreciate being included. You know what I mean? It's been a minute. But hey, y'all be cool, man. I'll definitely be watching all y'all's videos for pointers and tips. And appreciate everything.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
Always safe, bro.
I've got a 10 tips for to level up your brisket coming in the next 3 weeks. And it's gonna be a serious video.
Yeah,
10
I'll be
tips,
watching.
bro.
I
My
got
man.
another
Yeah.
grocery video coming out with my daughter.
Yeah.
She got me on this
Yeah.
one, so y'all be on the lookout for that one. Yeah, I almost threw up. All right. Hey, y'all be cool, man. I appreciate it.
All right, Keenan.
Later,
Be
brother.
safe, bro.
Have a good one, bro.
All Thanks.
Well, I can't be left out. Well, I got videos coming too now.
Well, talk to me.
Well, you know, I've got videos that I'm doing for Pit Boss actually right now. So we got some beef rib video that's going to be coming out hopefully here in the next few weeks. We got let's see, what else do I have? I just filmed. What did I film? I just filmed something the other day. I just got it all edited up and everything. So basically, I'm saying you'll see some videos coming from me on the Pit Boss channel. So Backyard Bosses is the series that we're doing. So make sure that you get on over to the Pit Boss YouTube page as well as IG. And make sure you're following them and got that notification bell on, because there's going to be a team of Pit Boss ambassadors going to be contributing videos and content to those channels. So should be a good time and a lot of stuff that we can all enjoy together. So come on over and check us out.
Nice, man.
Nice. On that grind, baby. Yeah, on
Yes,
that
sir.
grind.
Oh yeah.
And it was actually a cream cheese stuffed pork chop that I did. So, yeah. little maple chipotle seasoning on it.
Yeah, look at you. Look at you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I just
Pinky
did
out. Hey, pinky out.
yeah. I thought I was being fancy. Look at you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I did
Yeah.
I did some picanha pizzas the other day.
Nice. I saw that.
Yeah, because I had that leftover picanha from when I was over there at your spot.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I want some pizza. But I was like, I don't feel like going to the store. So I know what to do. Man, I chopped that picanha up and threw that pizza steel out there on the Louisiana and got that thing ripping, man. And I had made my dough a couple days before. And I charred up some red and yellow peppers. And what else did I put on there? I had some mushrooms. And then I got this seasoning. It's like a Calabrian chili, roasted garlic, Parmesan seasoning.
There you go.
And so I threw that on at the end once everything was done, man. Mighty fine pies, brother. Mighty fine pies.
I was gonna ask if you had that Calabrian chili on there.
So, I couldn't find any, but I remembered that I had that seasoning back there in my my collection of seasonings and rubs. I was like, oh, this would be
in the toolbox.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, this would be a good substitute. And then it took care of my parm and all that stuff all at once. So I was like, okay, even better. And yeah, man, turned out really, really good. I just finished them up for lunch today.
There you go.
Last few slices. Yeah, it was good stuff.
I tell you, I've said it before, man. I'm not a pizza guy.
Damn communist.
We were
man.
down there.
We got a communist in our midst, CJ. He don't like no pizza.
Hey,
Because I'm smashing pizza.
It's not that I dislike it, but I just feel robbed. Like, man, if I eat pizza, like I should eat a ribeye steak or something, But no, man. When we were down there in Conroe, man, and Deanna was hooking up those pizzas, and she did that brisket and Calabrian chili pizza, man. That bad boy was good. So I can only imagine what you did was on point there, Brandon, with some picanha on it.
Oh, it was good. And then I used smoke mozz, and then I put the picanha on top, so it got nice and crispy and crunchy. Especially like the pieces that had that, because that picanha had a really, really nice thick fat cap.
Yes, it did.
And so, man, those pieces with that fat cap crisped up and browned up just beautifully. Oh yeah.
That was a good cook.
Man, I guess I need to spend more time on IG. I don't, man. So I miss all this good stuff.
I haven't posted it yet. I'm going to finish editing it tomorrow. All right. Yeah. I haven't posted it. It'll be out tomorrow.
I might check IG, man, about once a week. And it's just a hit and run. I'll check and see if anything I need to respond to or whatnot. But I don't mess around IG too much. I need to get to a point where I'm like, dog, where I got people that help me, people responding to my fan club and the whole 9 yards. Don't look at me all sideways, dog.
No, it's not you, CJ. We got royalty.
Gee, what's going on?
Man, y'all hear me?
Oh yeah.
Oh, we got you,
man. I've been listening the whole way coming from Henderson, and I had to stop by the house real quick, man. I got to run back out to the strip and get back to work again. But, how y'all doing, man?
Fantastic, bro.
Is my man rocking a Kango?
Hey, you see him, right? You see him. Look like he just came from the club talking about he going back.
No, hey, look.
LL Cool J is bad as hell.
Man, let me tell you, Vegas at Super Bowl time, man, it's a lot of work, but I'm gonna get a little playing in tonight.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Hey, you know what, Jeff? I'm gonna say this with all sincerity. Brother, I hope you do get to enjoy yourself tonight because you deserve it.
Oh, for sure.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I
Yeah,
appreciate it,
man.
man.
You absolutely deserve it.
Man, I appreciate it, brother. How y'all doing, man? I just wanted to stop in and see how you guys were, man. I've been listening the whole time, and when I had to dealing with those folks and had to get to work and everything. But y'all doing all right?
Man, we're
Man,
doing great, brother.
life is good, man.
Yes, sir.
Good deal,
I
man.
can't complain. Yeah.
Good deal, man. Good deal. And I
We're
had
just glad you got to pop on here, man. Glad to
Yeah.
to see your face
look,
and hear your voice for a little bit.
hey man, look, it's been busy. It was work has been work. You know, it was we finished out the fiscal year for January. And then we had this Super Bowl stuff, and what happened was all the events that rained and those tornadoes that Keenan was talking about, that stuff pushed back a lot of our events. And so, and I was telling Brandon earlier, look, they paid the money to have all this stuff shipped out and done, and they like, look, we're gonna reschedule it, we're gonna get it done. So a lot of that stuff got pushed today. But I was had an event in Henderson, and then had to going back out to the Strip tonight. But I was like, let me stop by house real quick, man, because I wasn't gonna just jump on from the phone. I was like, let me stop by on the way back
Yeah.
to the Strip and say hello to the fellas.
And
Good
do
to
it
have you
right.
on,
We
man.
appreciate it, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Good deal,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Good deal. Good to see y'all faces, man. I know I ain't seen y'all in a minute, but
I know.
everybody's looking good. Everybody's looking healthy.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
Brandon got the luxurious mane up top.
Always,
You know,
man.
CJ, I got some
Hey.
beard envy going on,
Yeah.
man.
I was talking about that good hair earlier.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Hey, Jeff, I don't know if you caught that nugget that CJ threw out there.
Oh,
He gave us
here
the
we go.
secret.
It's the
Yeah.
brisket grease you got to put
Yeah.
on your face.
And he
then
tied
put
up
that
with a do-rag.
Will you say put the
Oh,
do-rag
man.
on for 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Oh,
Breathe.
man. Good deal, man. Good deal. That's what it is, man. I need to take those brisket wrappers and
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
Hey, watch the next time you see Keenan. He's gonna have a do-rag on.
Got some butcher paper
Oh,
on up
man.
under.
Yeah,
Good deal,
he said
man.
butcher paper.
Hey, look, I know y'all revisit. I know y'all talked about it earlier, but one thing, man, I want to talk to y'all about this oxtail thing because I get it, it's blowing up. But the one thing, man, I seen Rashid on his podcast talking about, and I can't remember exactly what he substituted it with, but he talked about the price. For the price, he was like, I'm not going to do oxtails. I'm going to do, and I can't remember what he substituted with. In terms of what he was having to pay and then the number of folks that he had to feed. But that's my thing, man. I think we sent that topic.
Oh, he
out,
did
man.
lambs.
It's just like
he did whole lambs.
That's what it was. That's what it was. But man, it's just
What did he do?
He did 2 whole lambs. He jerked one and he roasted one.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a lamb fan as well.
Oh, me
Yeah,
too.
I'm a lamb fan.
Both of them was great. Both
Yeah.
of them were great, man. I enjoyed both.
No, you haven't had good lamb, bro. I'm
That's
telling
what
you.
everybody
You have
say.
not-
I've had lamb that's really good from one person. I've made lamb myself, and it was good. I ain't gonna lie, it was good. But I'm just not a fan of lamb, dude. I'm just not.
I'm telling you, man. You don't like pizza. You won't eat lamb. I'm starting to believe you're an asset, brother. You know.
What is he?
Hey,
What is he? The Manchurian
The
candidate.
Manchurian candidate, yeah.
hey. Is that Mr. Matthews? Mr. Alton Matthews? No, hey, but you know what though? But I don't mess with, my man CJ said he get all the way up there on that. I ain't getting that far up there either.
On that oxtail?
I ain't getting that far up there either.
Hey, CJ said get him the base. He won't go down to
did.
the root. You did?
So he gonna have that cow looking back at him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's that.
Let me ask you guys these questions because we got the pros here that cook all kinds of beef. this is the argument that I have with certain folks when it comes to oxtail. If you're looking at the portion that you get and the way that you cook it down to where it's tender and everything else, why not just get you some chuck roast? Why not get some other type of beef if you're looking to, you know, from a cost standpoint, and just go that route instead of saying I got it.
It ain't the same.
Well, I agree with you on that, Al, and here's why. If you're gonna eat oxtail the way you're supposed to, like if you're gonna actually get in there and get to gnawing on that bone and all that stuff, it's just a whole different experience. When you get all that gelatin and collagen stuff come out of there and your face gets sticky like you a 3-year-old.
Sticky, icky.
Like, yeah, like that's what you're going for.
It's you know what, Jeff? I'll put it in the terms that maybe I think you really might be able to understand. You've had brisket burn ends and you've had chuck roast burn ends. Are they the same to you?
No, they're not
There's
the same.
no substitute.
Exactly.
There's no substitute. And don't get me wrong, I love chuck roast cooked like a brisket. It's just smoked chuck roast. I don't care what you call it. I love it, but there's no substitute for oxtails. You know, people, even Jamaicans are now calling turkey necks poor man's oxtails, and I've seen a lot of Americans doing it. You know,
just turkey necks.
I've never cooked turkey necks, and I've been thinking about checking them out. But oxtails are oxtails, bro, and they are loved right now for a reason. Mm-hmm. You can try to replace them with something, but you're not going to be anywhere close. I suggest instead of calling them this, that, the other, if you want to do turkey necks, do turkey necks. If you want to do chuck roast, do chuck roast, because you're not going to come anything close to what oxtails are going to bring to the table in any way you decide to cook them. And I know, because I've gotten to the point now where I'm looking for different ways to cook oxtails. You know, I've done the ragu, I've done the smoked, I've done the soup, I've done the over grits. I mean, I love oxtails. I love the flavor, and I couldn't think of something that's going to I could replace it with to save a couple of dollars. I just don't want you guys messing around with my Cattleman's Meat Market. All right,
but you keep bringing it up and mentioning it. The word is gonna get out, bro.
Yeah.
You didn't even say the name earlier. Running through you.
My bad.
And we are live too, so we can't really edit this out, bro.
Yeah, my bad.
So when the price goes up by 75% next week, we gonna be all hey, CJ gonna wake up. You can wake up in the middle of the night next week, hear some noise coming from downstairs. Me and Brandon gonna be in there in that freezer.
Well, I did an awesome oxtail pot pie. You know,
oh wow!
And
I just did a chicken pot pie today.
Oh my man, I'd gone to a soul food my favorite soul food restaurant, and man, I saw they had oxtail pot pie, and I tried it out. And it was pretty good. And I just thought I could do better. Oh, yeah. And I came home, man, and worked on a recipe. And wow, off the charts good. Yeah, off the charts good. So oxtail, man, is just so versatile. It's so flavorful. I can see why. And like I said, I appreciate what Les is doing outside of him driving up the cost of oxtails. But it is here to stay, man. Yeah, it is here to stay.
Hey, bro. I don't know. Brandon, did you get a text about a oxtail Popeye?
What?
I didn't get one.
I did not. I did not.
Yeah.
Bruh. I thought we was family, bruh.
Delicious. Yeah. Delicious. Yeah. Oh yeah.
You see how you do this, right, Jeff? You see this, right?
Wow. CJ holding on to them secrets down there.
Yeah, man.
Gatekeeping. Ain't that what they call it?
Yeah.
Gatekeeping.
I'm like, come on, man.
Oh yeah.
It's all good.
So,
It's all good.
but man, we need to do something again, man, where we get together at some point. And you know, I said this in the very beginning. I can't wait for the time when we can sit down, man, face to face, all of us, and really do a little fellowshipping, man. Really get to know each other.
I agree, man. I'm definitely looking forward to that, brother.
Absolutely.
Good deal, man.
Yes, sir.
We gotta take Black Smoke on the road.
Yes, sir.
That'll
Yes,
go
sir.
over well, man. Yeah, that will go over well. Yeah, that
Speaking
would
of
go over well.
speaking of going on the road, are you doing Memphis in May, CJ?
I know, and I shouldn't say no because the wife and I haven't talked about it. I know in previous years we've talked about attending, but we've always known somebody that would be cooking, somebody that we would be able to sit down and hang out with for extended periods, as opposed to going there as spectators and not knowing anybody. So I haven't done any research, and I've kind of stepped back away from the comp scene in general, you know. So I'm not following who's doing what, who's going where, the way I used to in the past. So I'm sure there's somebody there that we'd be able to sit down with for extended periods. I just
You
need
know
to
what?
do a little bit of looking.
They have a new festival this year. This is basically it's running at the same time. It's called Smoke Slam, and so, to my understanding, it's happening in the park where Memphis in May used to be. And basically, I guess a bunch of people just had a lot of issues with the Memphis in May thing.
Yeah.
Excuse me, and how it was run, and so they basically have started an alternate version or a renegade version, whatever you want to call it. And from what I understand, you'll actually be able to serve food, so people can actually eat food at this version. I believe it's called Smoke Slam. So I was really thinking about attending that one. Is again, I've never been to Memphis in May. I don't have anything good or bad to say about it because I don't have any experience with it. But just hearing what I've heard about the two different ones, I think I would prefer to go somewhere where I can actually sample something.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, I totally agree. Nobody likes to be on the outside looking in, and
I mean,
and in most cases, that's what you're doing in Memphis in May.
Yeah, and I mean, to be around all that smoke and all that food being cooked, and then I got to run down the street to McDonald's and get a hamburger, like that just doesn't sit well with me. If I'm coming all the way out there for that, I'm coming to eat barbecue, man. You know.
And B, to your point, that's the big thing, man. Because I've gone up there twice, and that's the thing. The folks that make a killing are the food vendors that that are there every year selling what they sell. But it's nothing like the barbecue that you're gonna get from those folks that are out there from the comp side of it. Now they did have a portion of it that was like a backyard barbecue thing where you could. It was like a people's choice thing, and you had to pay extra for a ticket. But they didn't put out very many tickets to that at all. From that standpoint. But no, I totally agree with you, man. Totally agree with you.
Yeah,
have to peep that one. Well, man, I think I'm gonna call it this evening, fellas. It's been an absolute pleasure, man.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. Great to have you, brother. Good to see you, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, CJ.
We'll get together CJ.
Real soon, man. I'm gonna holler at you.
Yes, I appreciate that, man. Thanks for the invite, Brandon, and all you guys take care of yourselves, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, CJ.
All right, later.
Later, brother.
Later, man.
Take care.
And fellas, I'm gonna be right behind brother CJ. I'm gonna have to go ahead and bring this one to a close myself. But Jeff, man, always good to hang out with you, brother. Glad you're doing well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Glad to be back on the men and back up and running around again
Yes, sir.
on two
Yes,
good
sir.
legs.
I hear you. All right, Mr. Brandon, you hold it down. I guess y'all both gonna be on the pod next week?
I will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's looking like it. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, man, y'all have a great pod. I'm not gonna be able to make it, obviously, with work obligations. So y'all have a great pod with Kunchi, and man, I'm looking forward to hearing that one.
No doubt, brother.
Good deal.
All right, man. Y'all take it easy.
All right, man. Have a good night.
Take care, Alton.
Stay safe tonight, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, bro. So I know they've been running you ragged, man.
Yeah, man. But it's a fun time though. You know, you got to admit it, man. It's a fun time. A lot of things going around. I got to say, you know, if there's any place to have something, I'll say this is definitely Vegas, because they know how to handle the people and the traffic and everything else, man. So it's been pretty good, man.
They've been doing that for decades, man. They definitely know what they're doing.
Yeah.
What
man.
When's the last time you were able to do a cook, man?
Oh man, it's been a little minute, man. You know, I got out there and did a couple of steaks, you know, hot and fast. But from that standpoint, you know, it's just been, you know, busy. Very busy. But looking forward to getting out there, man. Look, you know, the weather's warming up too, so looking forward to that, man.
Yeah, man. You know, that's one of the things we were talking about when we first started, man. It just seemed like this weather just broke like really early, because it seems like everybody's warm.
Yeah.
And I know, like we were talking about the other day, all of the, you know, big stores and everything around me, man, like they're not waiting. They have all the grills out. They have all the plants, you know, vegetable plants, shrubs. Like it looks like it's time to get going on this season, man. I'm not used to that happening in February, but hey, I'll take it, man.
It's definitely time, man. It's definitely time, and it's, you know, we're starting to see the warmer side out here as well. So
yeah,
definitely seeing that, man.
Yeah, man.
But I ain't gonna hold you up too much, man. Like I said, I just wanted to pop in and say hello and show my face, man. And it's good to see you, brothers, man. Like I said, I was listening on the way over and everything.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate you jumping on here, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, good people, we're gonna get out of here, man. It's been man, we've been on here almost 2.5 hours, and you know what? It doesn't seem like it, so you know, that definitely lets us know, man, we was having a good time, man. But we appreciate all y'all watching. And again, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to this channel, Black Smoke Barbecue YouTube channel. Make sure you check out our podcast. You can watch it here on YouTube or anywhere you get your podcast. You can listen in. And for Jeff from Outdoors with Jeff, I'm Brandon from BKC Cooks and all the other Black Smoke brothers we had on. We wish y'all a good night, and we will catch y'all on the next one.
Take care.
Later.